what I'm gonna do is, just so I can fix this before we run heads blazing into this plan. Where is... Is it that? No. Okay, we have both chats, so, guys, can you get along, guys? I'm just asking, do I have to do something to... I'll be both quite small, so you could both be in it, but, like... I don't know. It's very weird. Is there a different audience I have on Twitch, and is there a different audience I have on YouTube? I don't know. Don't know. What is the vibe? Let me check. Can't tell, but it happens. It's also a Friday, so I can't really expect loads of people, but I'm seeing if it's like the same on each, if it's the same chat. Same people on both chats, but I think people are pretty split. Don't worry, Kez, we won't become the loop. Oh my gosh. Okay, guys, you chat, you choose. Actually, I've just realized my character's not moving. There we go. No, not yet. Give me a second. Now I can speak. Okay. Okay, here's the question. Which of you is the loop at and which of you is the loop in? No, sorry. Which one of the you is the Pat Ranger? Which one's the you is the Lupin Ranger? Gotta ask. I've got both chats open. You, oh my god, you are the you are the 4th Ranger technically. You're the extra Ranger in the team. The one that goes between. Same. Oh my god, is that like... People are in both? Team X? Yeah, you're Team X. Okay, Lupin Rangers YouTube. And it seems like Pat Ranger is Twitch. There you go, guys. We have our heading. God. Only kids of my, like, generation... Sorry, that sounds so old. It makes me sound so freaking old. But only kids of my age, or people of my age, will know that reference. It's such a specific reference. We have our heading. Used to be on the DVDs, like, on the things as you press it. It was, like, one of the trailers. Anyway, can you increase your mic? Is my mic really... quiet? Oh, it's because I'm turning away, that's why. I will still make me louder. Is this better? I didn't realize I was so quiet. But yeah. Also, do you want PNG tuber today? Or do you want flesh tuber? Do you want my fish? Or are you okay with PNG? Because your choice. You choose. Wasn't that quiet, but it's definitely louder now. Okay, cool. I'll let you guys choose the... Root tuber? I like potatoes? Biohazard. Neo Biohazard. I'm using your full government name. Neo Biohazard. I didn't ask about your favorite vegetable. VTuber or human tuber. If there is a difference. I don't even know. Don't make us make decisions. My anxiety. I have anxiety myself trying to work out what's best. No! Oh, God. The anxiety. I feel that, though. Okay, shall we... you said my favorite tuber? I meant in a specific... Oh, my God. Are you talking about, like, the potato tuber? Like, the one is called... Oh, my God. Where's her name? I have to find out. Okay. And then we'll get into the stream. We'll get into the stream in a second. VTuber Potato. I swear it's like squirting glitter or something. Farting glitter? Is that what it is? I see the person I'm talking about, but I can't find the person with like the name. Oh god, okay. I don't think it's that. I swear it's something like like farting glitter or something. I swear. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to find out. Oh my god, okay, I can't find it. Never mind. I just sound like an actual idiot. Oh well, it's okay. Anyway, not a fan of tubes? Well, fuck me, I guess. Anyway, let's get on to what we're really here for. We're here for Power Rangers Aqua Force Stream 4. And this isn't us kind of like deciding things. It's kind of us like, yeah, deciding things as we go along, but it's kind of going over what is already been made and just kind of enjoying what we created and kind of a reminder. Obviously, it's been a very, very, very long time since I've actually done any Aqua Force content, and I just want to say I apologize to you guys for that specifically. I promised you guys a video a month, and I did not do that. And it's been a while since you've done our last stream on this, so I apologize. But I hope you guys enjoy it and us going through the streams again. But I will change the music because the music is very distracting. Is this distracting? I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna go Xenoblade Chronicles. Xenoblade 2. 30 min. Those are good video. Those are good ones. Extended. Okay. Oh, perfect. Oh wait, you guys can't hear it. Okay, there we go. Beauty, grace, music in your face. Wait, I'm gonna bring it up a little bit. There we go. Ah, I can now concentrate. Anyway, yes, we're gonna be looking at the updates and kind of like recontextualizing what we have done, what we have completed and contributed. So if you guys see something that's on the screen and it is something that you've done, let us know in the chat. Let people in chat say congratulations. Because I was saying this to a friend of mine today. I was just like, oh, I'm about to stream. And she was like, oh, what are you streaming? And I was like, well, I'm talking about Power Rangers Aqua Force, which is like, we made our own Power Rangers, basically. And she was like, whoa, that's so cool. Like, but how? And I was just like, I've just got some really talented people who are helping me right now. People who are in my Discord, people who have spent time, their own time, unpaid, and just doing something that they're interested in. And when that first video came out, I was so excited. Because I wasn't expecting it to do well. And then you guys flooded it. You went, oh my god, it's so cool. So thank you for those who stuck around and stayed by us. And thank you. And hope you guys enjoy as we go through stuff that we've created. But yes, let's do it. Oh my god, the puns begin. Oh god. Aqua Force was the only Sentai with all of the women in pants. And the fem suits don't have skirts. True. It's been a year since Aqua Force started. Has it been a year? Oh my gosh, you're right! Oh my god! Happy birthday, Aqua Force! Woo! Aqua Force was created a year ago to like a week or two ago? Yeah, that's crazy to think. Oh my god! Wow, that's crazy. Can we initiate an ongoing series of Kezza Coop Ranger teams, maybe? Well, the thing is, that was what I was hoping to do. I wanted to continue that that panel idea that I did at PMC. And for those who don't know what I'm talking about, let me show you a little bit of history. But we're getting so distracted. But we're talking about PMC. We're talking about PMC. We're talking about cool things happening. So let me have a look. Let me gather. Let me gather it. Where is it? Power Rangers. Let me see if I can get it up. Power Rangers you didn't know about. Oh, here it is. Here it. Oh no, that's not it. There it is. Let me get the video. So this is Power Rangers Aqua Force. We did a panel at PMC where we literally went through creating it like within the event, and it was really, really cool. I enjoyed it. We asked people in the audience. I don't know if there's a shot of the audience. There should be somewhere. So here, can you see it? It's not gonna show it now, is it? God damn it. Yeah, so we had like a couple people. We had a couple people in the back as well, but we had more people there, and it was really, really fun. People shouted out questions, and we asked the question. Sorry, we asked the questions. They answered, and we created Aqua Force, and it was really, really fun. You were in the audience. You were in the audience. Oh no, okay. Lucky likes. I just mentioned you, by the way. I don't know if you heard. I just mentioned you. Anyway, the morph was iconic. Let's actually look at the morph again, because that was so cool. Great couple, like great people there as well. Look at me. Look at me, dressed as Yorika. Let's go. Where is the morph? Oh god. Yeah, wait. I'm gonna just play this bit.
Stand up. We got Strumpus. And we got Zaytara. We don't talk to him. They plan to destroy the world from the sea below. Do you like these three? You shouldn't, but no? Are they evil? Yeah. Cool.
The beginning of Frog Puck.
So we need to do an evil pose. Okay. Evil pose.
What do we decide to do? Yay!
That is Fremple, Strumpus, and Zaytara. But you hear
I'm just gonna let this play.
Running of feet in the distance that gets closer and closer till they've appeared before you. We have our team.
Orders now, guys.
Okay. Can we have our team run in front of us into the middle of the
Oh,
stage?
we got some amazing people there as well.
Okay, we have to do this quite. Okay, ready? Let me introduce you guys to Aqua Force.
It's Morph time. W Aqua Force.
Oh! That's so sick! Oh, the genuine, like the chills, the chills.
Amazing.
Thank you so much, guys. Thank you, everyone.
Anyway, that is Power Rangers Aqua Force. That was the Henshin that we did on event, I guess. But yes, I really, really want to continue doing that kind of stream where we like make a show or make a new season and we bring up in like make a stream, like make a new show during the streams, and we actually like build it and we make it through. So if you guys are interested in that kind of video, I mean, I'd be up for bringing that back up. It is something I would love to do, so it's just a matter of time to do it. You're still excited for the Aqua Force? I'm really excited that people are still excited for the Aqua Force, but yes. Also, low-key, why does Kezza give school teacher vibes in this? No! No! I wanted to look at the other thing you said, and I read the wrong one! No! Okay, the thing I actually wanted to read. Kez, what if you did a Lupat style viewers choose Ranger series via YouTube, Twitch, cross streams? I think there's something fun there. So we'll have to give it a try. Anyway, let's actually go into the proper stream now. I'm actually going to change the music for this. Oh, yeah, there we go. That's some sick music right there. Xenoblade Chronicles, everybody. Anyway, let's go into the world of Aqua Force. Again, this is us just retouching on the work that you guys did. So, hope you guys are excited for that. Ooh. I'm going to turn the music down a little bit and I'll turn it up for you guys. Anyway, we have the world, and we decided that this is going to be a world thousands of years in the future. And kind of like in King Ojo, we have each sea with their own kingdom, ruler, and a fighter like in King Ojo. So it's King Ojo-esque, but there's like different things. But a good bit of fun. But yeah, I really love this concept. And this was something that was said in the get-go of the stream, was that we were going to have each kingdom with their own fighter, each kingdom with their own area. It will be kind of like around the whole world of King Ojo. So I'm really excited about that. Yeah. We love the Earth. We love our planet. To be honest, that is the whole theme around this, actually, is that the whole world, it like, I'll explain it in a bit. Let's move on to the next one. So we worked out where each of our characters would be based. Hopefully we got it correct. But we got, let's start at the very, very top. We got the Orange Ranger in the Arctic Ocean. We got our White Ranger in the North Pacific. We got our Gold Ranger in the North Atlantic. We got our Purple Ranger in the South Pacific. So going like around here, Australia, going into this area here too. We also have a Green Ranger in the South Atlantic Ocean, right here. And we have Indian Ocean with the Red Ranger. And then down the bottom with the Black Ranger, they will be the Antarctic Ocean Ranger. That's not their name, but that's where they're going to be based, basically. I guess I'm not surviving. I'm already 101. 1001. Can't go for another 1,000 years. Blaze, how old are you, man? Don't worry. I'm feeling it already. But this isn't going to be like just... This isn't going to be just a bit. This is going to be like hundreds of thousands away from us right now. And sea levels will be rising up, and the world that we know, the kind of like the area that we will see, is going to be very, very different. This is the planet that we're expecting to see, possibly. So the world is a lot different, a lot more different than it is. RIP UK in the map. I know UK is gone. A little bit of Iceland still. America is split in the middle, half of what it is. Team Magma does not approve of the season. I mean, this is hundreds of thousands of years in the world, years in the future. There's going to be so much flooding. There's going to be not much ice caps. And that it's kind of like the undergoing messaging of this show is that it is very much, what's the word? The world is melted. We need to look after better. There's definitely what's the word? Global warming message for this show. But yeah. You thought grasshoppers live for weeks? Now we live for environmentalists. Yes, exactly. Thank you so much. That's pretty much what I'm trying to say. Yeah, thank you. Sorry, I'm still a little bit ill, so when I'm talking, I hear myself be very, what's the word, nasally, and it does sometimes distract me. So please bear with me if I sound nasally or if I sound like I'm struggling to think. Because basically that is what's happening. Anyway, let's keep going. Yeah, Moscow's completely gone. A lot of Europe is gone. A lot of each area is gone. Tokyo, like, Japan is still hanging on. Same with the, well, it's more Scotland. Ireland is gone, Wales is gone, England is gone. But Scotland survives. Good on Scotland. But yeah, I think a little bit of Honolulu, a little bit of Hawaii survives. With Honolulu there, Miami is gone. New York is gone, I think, as well. Chile's vibing. Yeah, Chile's having a great time. But yeah, so it will be very much like people will move to the mountainous areas if humans can survive that long. And the water takes over. The sea, the world of the sea takes over. But yeah. So yeah, basically this is the remake of the world. It's a very crappy drawing of on my end, so take that as you will. But like, this will basically be what will be left, really. But yes, let's move on. I was also looking at like, you know, like Lost Kingdoms and Hidden Kingdoms, Sunken Cities kind of thing. If the water does take over, if the sea does take over, a lot of these places that have like cities and stuff will probably become very much more inhabited by the sea, by sea creatures. And if one thing I would love to know, and I think it will be a massive thing in this story, is that that the sea life will get more and more intelligent. And that's something I'm really excited about to like really discover and look into. But like, if it's sea life years and years and years and years and years in the future, with maybe some pollution that might be mutating the world, it actually does change a lot of the ability. I guess it just mutates you, doesn't it? It mutates you. But yeah, so that's basically kind of like the world of it. We also will have Groggle's Paradise, which is a paradise that doesn't feel like reality, a pocket of peace that the humans will be a part of. It's probably the like a safe community, I guess you could say, a safe community for people who will pay a lot of money. Groggle being one of the villains, but this will be kind of like his base. And I really like this idea of having like a very having it be very campy, having a very evil lair place. But it's kind of like, yeah, it's kind of like WALL-E, where we were debating whether it should be in the sky, like in space, or on Earth. But I feel like it should be on Earth. Like, it's oil tycoons taking over and trying to still be rich. Been spending most of our lives living in Groggle's Paradise. Yeah. Oh, hello. But yeah, so this will be very WALL-E-esque, where it will be a paradise. People will rush to go there, pay all their money to survive. And what's actually happening is that they're actually making things worse. They will be like, oh, this is the last point to, this is the place that we will save things. There will be great technology to save the world in ways that we can't right now. And what will happen is that it will actually not very much be a good place. It's run by Groggle, who is the main villain. I don't know if that's no, that's the heroes, never mind. But Groggle will be the villain, and this will be kind of like his kingpin area, I guess. So, asking people for money, if they can't support it, they get kicked out. But yeah. Can I just take away chat for a second? But yeah, so that's what this is. On Earth and inside of an area that feels unreal, like a theme park. Yeah, so it will be very much like this, where it will be protected, kind of like in Power Rangers RPM, where it will be like the rest of the world will be going a bit to crap. Not necessarily taken over by a by a virus, but it will be very much kind of like that kind of thing, where people will feel safe on the inside. But yeah. Now, let's go on to the heroes, the actual heroes of the story. And you guys have done so well on this. I genuinely can't believe the amount of stuff you guys have actually made for this. And I can only say thank you. Thank you so much. Just look at all the suits that you guys made. Genuinely, if you... Put your hand up if you've made one of these, because you guys have done so well. Please, I need to give a clap to everybody who's done one. Give yourself a bow. Give yourself a pat on the back, because, oh my gosh, they look so nice. But yeah. Sorry, it's just taking a little break. You're welcome, Kezza. Thank you. Thank you so much. But yes, they're so nice. They're so nice. I love them all. But we have decided to go with a certain one because we've combined some of them together. But let's quickly go through. This was the original one that was made. Klutz Arts heard about our ventures with the panel and said, please give me all the details. Please let me know how it went. Please tell me any information. And then made these. And I actually love them. The color arrangements were actually made were chosen, sorry. The color arrangements was chosen, the animals were chosen, and the slight blue edition was chosen at the panel. So, I just really think they're cool, but that's not all. We have more. This was just the first inspiration and where it started. So let's go into the next one. We now have Neo Biohazard. Neo Biohazard made these beautiful suits, and it is the one we went for. We have some highlights from Klutz, some things that they've taken, some inspirations, and just look at them. They're incredible. I love them. But we also have the orange, the black, and the shiny white, which I am so excited for. It's just so pretty. But let us quickly keep going through them. Like, just Biohazard, crazy. Love them. I don't think we have. Wait, do we have the helmets yet? Do we have an update for this? Let me have a look on the Discord. Where is the Discord where we talked about this? I think there is an update. Suits chat. There it is. You did do an update. Oh my gosh. Should I add them in now? Let's add them in now. Actually, let's do that now. We're going to add them in now while we're here. So, are you okay if I add them in? I was just thinking about Aqua Force. Aqua Force is back, baby! Not finished them yet, don't worry. But can I add in at least a little bit of the thing? Yeah? Okay, cool. I'm just gonna. Can I be really cheeky? Yes! Let's it happen! Live editing, guys. You're seeing this. So we've got this, and we've also got this one, I think. I'm gonna just put them both in so we can like see the additions as we go. Because these are so sick. I think everyone needs to see them. I love the glowing golden, like the little light thing in the middle. Let me see if there was any other additions. Oh, there was that one. Oh, okay, I'll add that one in a bit. Let me put this in as well. I should have probably just done that one, actually. Get rid of these. And put that there. And put that there. Oh, it's so pretty. It's all pretty. Oh, God. Hello. This is so cool, mate. Oh, my God. They are so pretty, aren't they? Just incredible. But yes. Let us keep doing this a second. And then we have the red one too, but I'm going to quickly add this in here, just so we have this as well. I'll add in the others as we go along. Is there anything else? Okay, wait. Guys, look away. Look away. No one needs to see this just yet. I'm just trying to... Just doing this. So we have them for later. No one needs... Don't look. If you're looking, that means you're cheating. If you're looking, that means you're cheating. Is it the same one, or is it slightly... Oh, it's slightly brighter, yeah. If you're looking, it means you're cheating. It means you're cheating. Was that it? Okay. No lucky, no lucky. No lucky. No. Oh my god. We are, yes, going through it, but it's also kind of like updating it for you guys as well. So you can see kind of like what we've got. Okay. So, back to it. But yes, let's go back to it really quickly. Everyone's looking. No! No, you cannot. You cannot look at it. Okay, cool. So, we are back with this. Honestly, what do you guys think of them? I think they're really pretty. Genuinely, I think they're stunning. But yeah, they're so pretty. But yes. Cool. Back to what we were doing then, huh? So yeah, we have this beautiful white suit. This will be the leader, but we'll talk about the positions and the animals in a second. I love the helmet here. It's so pretty. What was the differences again? Was it the different shades of blue? Can't remember what we were testing. Oh, it was the neck. It was the neck. I actually really like the black going into the black at the bottom here. Blue into the blue is quite nice as well. But where are the Kiva chains? Oh my god. We need to add the Kiva chains. Next, we have the red suit. Oh, no, wait. Let me... Well, I'll say this here. The white suit is a sea angel. So, if you don't know what a sea angel is, you'll see in a second. We'll go through that in a bit. But yes, the red ranger is the shark ranger. A tiger shark, I think it is. And I just love the colors of the blue one. I also love that it's kind of Zoologia-esque, where they will have like animal parts come out. There is a reason why they'll start to have human forms, but I'll keep that as a little secret. But love that there's like extra fins on the shoes as well. Is that the same on this one? Oh, I don't think we got that far with it. But like, oh, so pretty. I really like the idea that each ranger will have some sort of different animal-esque addition to it. Yeah, I'm really excited. Yes. I also might have Yuri with... Actually, there's stuff I need to add to that. So I'll show you. I've done some research, guys, but we didn't really get into it last time. Anyway, so this is the Stingray. Am I right in that? Stingray? Yes, the Stingray. The Purple Ranger. And again, we have a little bit of Sting Ranger-esque tail in it. And it's just so nice. The extra detail, the slight cape element here as well. I just think it's so sick. The helmet is also gorgeous. But yes. Moving on, we have the Green Ranger. I think we chose a specific color because we weren't sure which one was the best green. I think we chose the middle one. But please remind me if I'm wrong about that. But yes. Is white... I guess white is Ant-Man now. I think the way that I see her is that she... With the pollution that will happen in the sea, each of the creatures have like grown in size or they've changed slightly. So they will be human-esque. Oh, no, they won't be human-esque, but they will be larger and different to what we know them for. But yeah. We did choose the middle one? Okay, cool. We did choose this color. I think this is the nicest one. But again, the little additions, the attention to detail, I just think they're really, really cool. Again, this is the sea dragon, right? Not seahorse, sea dragon. Again, the little changes in the helmets are so nice. The little additions and changes to the suit, the trousers, not the trousers, but the shoes, the boots. I just think it's really, really nice. And it actually adds to their character as well. Like how they present themselves and how they just are. But I think it's really lovely because we've added elements of all the different suits as well. So yeah, it's really nice. Then we have the Orange Ranger, which will be the 5th Ranger. I just really like the concept we've come up with this one. This is a pufferfish ranger. It's super, super cool. Love the extra spikes on the shoes. I love the color compared to the blue. The spikes on the arms too. We were debating between going with the gray, but I do love the white. But maybe having a slightly gray character does make it a bit more of a 6th and 5th ranger. I'll let you guys decide on that. What do you guys think? Do we go for like a gray? Maybe we go gray and they go white once they join the team properly. There is like elements of that we can go into. But we'll see. My boy, my boy. True. I do like this character a lot. Also like what they represent in the story. I love the suit. It gives me Mega Force vibes. Why did you have to say that? I don't like Mega Force. I don't like Mega Force because of what they do with Super Mega Force. That's your own opinion. If you like Mega Force, I do not like Mega Force personally. Something I might do is make the lines yellow before they join the main team. Oh, yes. So kind of like with the Black Ranger here, I can show you. They go yellow and then they go blue. Ooh, that's kind of sick. I kind of like that. We'll debate it. We'll have a think. Because I don't know if the orange and the yellow will match too much. I don't know. We'll work it out. We'll work it out. Because I love the orange and the blue. I think it just works so well. But I think they're like opposite colors, right? On the color wheel?
Are you ready?
I know my stuff. Thank you so much. Was that a follow? Thank you so much for the follow. Or was it a sub? It was a sub. Thank you so much, It's Adam, for the sub. Welcome. But yes, let's keep going. So we have the Black Ranger. Or the White Ranger, depending on what you know for the story. I really love this one. The other one was a pufferfish. This is octopus, and we have some really interesting things to talk about with the Black Ranger. And I can't wait to do it. I don't know what this will become, if this show will be a comic or anything like that. I have no idea how I'm going to do this or where this goes. And I think that adds to the reason why I struggled to come up with a thing to do or come back to it. Like, the drive for it went a bit. But it's okay. It is what it is. Don't mind me just jive into the music. Cool. Let's keep going with the suits. Oh, also I wanted to add the other suits we got. We got spades with this suit. I thought they were so nice. The different additions to the suit, depending on where they came from. So we had a very Japanese suit for the white one. We had this as a very Indian suit with the... Is it called a sari? Yeah. We did love this one, and I think there is elements of it added into here as well, slightly. But it's just so nice. I love them all. So thank you so much for those. And yeah, here you go. Here's the Indian elements and the Japanese elements added into the suits here. I just think it's so nice. Big shout out with spades with their green helmet design. Let me check. Yeah, so nice. I was gonna say, I thought I recognized that. Where is it? Here. I don't know if it was in the original design. Ah, you did add them in. Oh, see? That's so nice. I am obsessed with the pufferfish design, I have to admit. Anyway, let us keep going. We also have these from Spades as well. They all just look so nice. The blue edition was so lovely as well. Anyway, let's keep on going. And then we have Butterscotch! We love you, Butterscotch. We have this design from Butterscotch. And honestly, your style is so lovely. But also just like seeing them in these is so great as well. Look at them. They're so dapper. It's very different to what we have already. But I love the little additions of the little... this is the puff... No, this is the sea dragon, isn't it? The sea dragon. Love the different little additions and stuff and the changes. Oh, so nice. Thank you so much, Butterscotch. And then we have Diggs. Diggs showed us these beautiful designs. I think they actually made more, actually. Wait. Let me just quickly add those into the story, because I feel like we have new things to add. Yes, here we go. Let me add them here. So Diggs gave us some more designs, but can't join us today. So here we go. And then one of them all together, which I think is so lovely. Look at that! The big happy family under the sea. Thank you, Diggs. Thank you, Diggs. Everyone say thank you, Diggs. Okay, there we go. Oh no, Diggs is here! Sorry. Wow. I thought you said you couldn't join us, so I was worried. Sorry, my bad, Diggs. Thank you, Diggs. Anyway, yeah, love these. They're so nice. Thank you. Anyway, let us keep going. So we did also have these. I can't remember who made these. Who made these? I think... If you made them, please put your hand up. Oh my god, who was it? Who was it? Who was it? I think I can... Oh, it was Spades! It was Spades! Yes, so we have Spades with these designs as well. Again, another very great representation of them. And they're so pretty. Again, I love the tiger elements in the tiger shark. I think this was there a dolphin at one point? Oh, I can't remember. But yeah. Anyway, let's keep going. Let's use the other suits for like a multiverse project. Yeah, we could definitely do that. Anyway, so one thing I really wanted with the suits is like they have this soulless element, animal quality to them, like in Q Ranger with the blue wolf, and the stingray tail, like the stinger on the scorpion, but also the different shapes, like the bull one, or the cape. Or like, you can see what I mean. There's so many different things and I love them all for it. And I think Nate will appreciate the Q Ranger edition. This was already in the PowerPoint though, before I even met Nate. So, Nate better appreciate it, even though it was already in the thing before Nate was even here. So, ha ha ha. It's all good. All a bit of fun. But yeah, there was a debate only on when white being sea angel versus jellyfish, red was shrimp or shark, purple was stingray or dolphin. Ah, no, that was the differences. Yes, you're right. I think sea angel, shark, and stingray are still very good choices, and we can have other rangers come in later if we need to. But I really like the idea of having like rangers that look different. They're not just all muscular, skinny, and blah. They're different shapes, different editions, tails here, flippers there. I just think it will be so cool. But people also agreed, Antoinette here, Aquatic as well, just very much had very similar vibes. So yeah, I'm very excited. I can't wait. Anyway, we're going to talk about the actual people that we are following. So we have White. Sorry, yeah, this is just a very quick, let's go over again. So we have White Pacifica. White is the leader. The name is Pacifica. She is her. There's something I want to add to this in a second, but we'll talk about it a bit. They're a sea angel, and they're from the North Pacific. Everyone, are you listening? Because you will be tested on this at the end. We got the Red Ranger. She is called Taiga, like Taiga. She is a shark, like a tiger shark. That's the joke. Ha ha ha. She, her. And she will be from the Indian Ocean. Now we have the color green. The Green Ranger. We have Mist or Misty. I think one will be a nickname, one will be like their actual name. Transmask. And Electric Eel. South Atlantic. We then have Purple, who is Susha. Susha. What did I say? Susha? Susha. They, them, Stingray from the South Pacific Ocean. We then have gold or yellow. We kind of said gold and yellow. I can accept if gold is yellow. But yeah. We have Ro, he, him, sea dragon from the North Atlantic. Don't worry, we'll actually go through them more in detail in a second. But I thought I'd just give you a full-on overview. You have the Orange Ranger. Their name is Khalid. He, him, pufferfish from the Arctic Ocean. There's so much here, and I'm really excited to introduce you to them. We then have Black. Their name is Nautilus. He, him, with the octopus animal in the southern or Antarctic Ocean. Row your boat. Yeah, there you go. You got it. But yes, this is a picture or drawing that Dead Grove gave us. We don't have the other two in it yet. But I'm super excited for what this means. I think they're really, really sweet and cute. But yeah. Anyway. So we're going to go into more detail on the specific Rangers too. Let me change the music. Let me see if... Ooh. Yeah, we're going to go for a little bit of a... Can you hear it? I don't know if you can hear it properly, so I'm going to put it up a little bit. But yeah. Okay, you can hear it? Cool, 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 cool. Anyway. Let us go into it. So we have Pacifica. Pacifica is our sea angel leader. There is something interesting I am going to add to this, which may change something about one of the other characters, but we'll talk about it in a second. Step aside Cosmic Fury. This is the ultimate gender diverse Power Ranger team. There's something so interesting about this, and I don't think anybody really remembers this, but like if you think about it, I know in America and in other countries there are so many people who say that LGBTQ stuff is unnatural. However, in actual nature, if you look at it, there's so much beauty and so much like differences, and it's so diverse in actual like how am I explaining it? In actual nature, it's gay as fuck. Exactly. Thank you. I was trying to make it sound a little bit more not so blunt, but yes, nature is gay as fuck. And there's something about the sea angel that I'm going to show you in a second. But so at the moment, Pacifica is a sea angel. She will have an animal form and a human form. A lot of these characters will have a human form, but also a animal form. And sea angels are quite scary. You'll have to get a video of a sea angel and how they eat, but oh my god, it's scary. But I think that's what makes her such a great leader. People will see her, underestimate her, and they will die, or they will find out that they're actually in the wrong, which I'm actually really excited for. She will be in the North Pacific, so that's like the Japanese Sea, China on the end there. So it's going to be very beautiful. And there's also the Marina Trench there, I think. So it'll be very deep in the ocean, which will be really cool. I can see Pacifica's animal humanoid form being pretty small based on Calm's comment about how small sea angels are. Yeah, that's true. They're very, very small. But yes, let me go on to the next bit. We have, again, Neo Biohazard. We've got, like, she will be a royal kind of character. So we'll definitely have her having, like, a uniform, I guess you could say. And I really love that you've done the humanoid form, but also the animal form within this suit as well, which I think is so lovely. But each ranger will actually have a pearl, and that will be what gives them their human form in a way, which I'm actually really excited for. Yeah. So things that we've decided for this character, they are the leader. They lost her father or friend when she was quite young. So that's made her quite strict, but also very not trusting. She's the traditional leader hero type with high standards and trust issues, calling everyone by their color name until she gets closer to them, which I think is really, really cute. I love those kind of characters. It reminds me of Takeru from Shinkenja, and I love those vibes. She's calmer than most, calculating and secretive, but dependable, says Neo Biohazard, and I can see that definitely. She's the soon-to-be ruler of the biggest underwater city and an expert strategist. What am I saying? No, don't worry, I have it, don't worry. But something I'm gonna add in, I did some research into what actually kind of makes Sea Angel so interesting. So did you know that and I think we have to add like actual facts of what these animals we have chosen and add them into our actual characters. So the toxins secreted by sea angels is that they make it themselves. They are toxic. So yeah, they're very toxic. So maybe someone can't touch them, or like they're very toxic to begin with. So maybe they can't be touched in a way. That's why they are covered up a lot, which I think is kind of an interesting concept. They can both ambush and chase their prey and have special predatory hooks to snare them with. So the way that they're actually able to like like eat something is scary. You need to see how they eat something. It's horrific. Oh shoot, she's gonna have Nielle's powers. Oh my god, she is gonna have Nielle's powers. That's crazy. They're generally slow moving but can flap with significant urgency, using a special form of fast-moving wing muscles to move with surprising speed when necessary. So she might act very slow and calm, but maybe a special power she has is she has like super speed or something like that. I think that would be really cool. Once caught, a tooth redula, I don't know what that, a snail tongue, like a snail's tongue, presents extendable, serrated teeth that are okay, the way they eat is horrific. That's what I'm saying. Look at how a sea angel eats. But the thing I really want to bring forward to you guys as a potentially gay thing, and I am so excited for, did you know that sea angels begin life as males and grow female sex organs as they age? And the community doesn't stigmatize them for it either. Mature sea angels have both male and female parts. Did you know that? Isn't that interesting? So, what I was thinking, which could be a very interesting character point, if we go back to this point where they lose their father, they are male at the beginning of the show. They start off male, and when they lose their father, they're still male. But then where they go through the series and they're still kind of losing their they're still kind of dealing with the grief of losing their father, they're actually losing their essence that makes them male, so makes them lose them, feels like they're losing their father once more, and they become female, but they accept themselves as they go through. So I really like that maybe Pacifica starts male and ends up with female at the end of the series, and the end is them accepting themselves, accepting their father's loss, but also becoming something natural and beautiful. Low-key, what if Pacifica comes out as gender fluid? I mean, that's what it says. Mature sea angels have both male and female parts. They aren't just male. They grow, they become something better. They become, not something better, but something natural, something very natural. And I think that's so nice at the moment when there's so much stigmatism. It's so nice to be like, actually, it's very natural for this to happen. So, are we okay with that being not their character, well, kind of like their character growth is them losing their father, then also losing their masculinity, but in a way they accept it. as it's a natural progression in life. So we might need a picture of Pacifica as a man. But what do you guys think? I think that's really interesting. When I read that, I was just like, oh my god. Oh my god. What do we think? Neo Biohazard. What have you... Let me search up what you wrote. AI mode, get out of here. Is a form of where an organism changes sex at some point in its life, functioning first as one sex and then the other. Yes. So, yeah, basically what I'm suggesting. And I think it would be so nice. Would the Aqua Force be weak to a kettle? I mean, if they had to make it themselves, maybe? I don't know. Whichever works best, really. I think it would be really nice. That is interesting, and I think it would be a cool idea for a show. Should she keep her skirt pre-transition? The thing is, there's so many ways that we can go about this character development where their community is almost like forcing them into being more female, I guess. I don't know. But it's also like keeping it... I don't know, that there's a way to do it very naturally. But it's something that we would need to like really talk about. Thought are both of her parents sea angels. Interesting thought, are both of her parents sea angels? I think so, yes. I think they will be sea angels because with them specifically, it's like a royal family. So I would say so. It's also like mature sea angels have both male and female parts, so it will be very gender fluid anyway. But I think it's interesting to think about. I say let's keep that in mind. If someone can make a note of that in the Discord or something. You know what? I will actually give you I will actually give you the slides. I don't know if I did that before, and I'm sorry if I didn't. I'll give you the slides this time. And you can, like, actually make notes and stuff. Oh, yeah. That'll be cool. What would the Sentai name be? I don't know. It's a Power Ranger show. It's Power Rangers Aqua Force. It's not a Sentai Water Ranger. You know this, Psycho. What if Pacifica's skirt is sort of like a mix between Draco Commander's cape jacket? Ooh, I don't like Gojo Unicorn's skirt thingy. I think it's stupid. Let me have a look at what this cape is that you're talking about, though. I hope that's helping. Oh, yeah. I think it should be like the Commander's cape. Also, it would help because obviously they have like this kind of like... You could say that this is very skirtly. It's very skirtly. So you can have something a bit more like a dress. Wait, where is it? Like a cape that is that shape. So, I mean, that's pretty perfect. I just think that's really, really fun. But yeah. I don't know what the age range for the transition from a male to female. But it says as they age. So I guess if the whole community of fish are mutated with pollution and stuff, I think you can change it to what we need. I love the thought of how the family members each get to choose their more dominant form of expression. I think it just is something so precious and lovely to be able to show that. But that's if we go anywhere further than this. I need to work out what I want to do with this after this. But anyway, let's move on to Taiga. We spent so much time on that, but I thought it was so interesting for us to talk about that specific thing about Pacifica. Anyway, this is Taiga. Taiga the Red Ranger. She is a shark, and her, from the Indian Ocean. So, I know a lot of people want Red Ranger and White Ranger to be like a thing. And the way that we've kind of like described Taiga being very, what's the word? very rambunctious and like, how do we describe it? Oh, I just love this design. But she's a bit more tomboyish. So I think she definitely has that kind of like fun element to her. But what would be really rebellious, thank you. She's very rebellious. And something I would love for this character is that if they do, or if they're friends. Oh my god, what if they're friends with the White Ranger, and then they become partners as they're like going for, like they're helping them, their best friend with their transition, and it's like that lovely element there. I think that's something really nice. We'll work it out. We'll work it out. Anyway, so yeah, this is Neo Biohazard. It's just a design that we have, but I love that. Are we doing childhood friend tropes? I think it's childhood friends with a little bit of enemies to lovers kind of thing with them. Anyway. But yeah, love this design. I love their animal form. It's very Zoologist, and I kind of love that. But yes. So we have the Sahara sets, an elegant... Oh yeah, sorry, Dead Grow gave us this. An elegant style. I don't think it fits Taiga's personality, but maybe she wears something like this during special occasions, which I think is yes. Childhood rival. Yeah, that works. But then we have other outfits. They were just trying to say, give us like a Indian styles that we could like look at it. But yeah. I'm happy to have another female red ranger since Power Rangers lacks female reds. Yeah, we only had a few. Yeah. So that's why we want a female red specifically, just to fix that kind of issue. But I love this character idea for Taiga as well. So they're the rowdy type who loves fighting. They're from a working class background. It kind of like they forced the Pearl to choose them while in danger was what Yellow Boy said. And I think that's like a really interesting, a fun element there. Oh, my PC's having a moment. Yeah, PC's having a moment. Give me a second. Oh, there we go. Sorry about that, everybody. Okay. What else? They're aggressive and unpredictable. I think it's more like they're just rebellious. I don't think they're necessarily aggressive and unpredictable. But yeah, they will become second in command. More because I think the White Ranger Kingdom will probably have to have them as like, I don't know. They could be like a political move where the White Kingdom wants to be friends with the Red Kingdom and makes them second in command. I don't know. There's things to work out there. Or it's because they're literally friends. So. And they're quite close together on the map, I think. So probably loads of people in these two kingdoms know about the transition thing. So. What if Taiga was more hostile to the others at first, considering sharks are arguably the most well-known aquatic predatory animal? Yes, for sure. Like more like a tsundere kind of manner. I think there's definitely something to play around with this character. But they're very much more like self-taught, warrior family, but deep hatred towards surface dwellers in a way. It could be like, instead of becoming like a predatory to the rest of the fish kingdoms, like the aquatic kingdoms around them, they become more of a predator to the humans from above. So that's who they go after now, not just the animals. They're probably sworn to protect it more than anything. Other things we have is Taiga's kingdom doesn't like her having her pearl and makes many attempts to either sideline her or turn her into an ideal version of the Red Ranger. Her kingdom views itself as superior to White and thus wants to be the one in possession of the pearls. There's definitely going to be like real power struggles here, so it'll be very interesting. Taiga has a cracked pearl as a result of her forcing the pearl to bond with her. Each subsequent transformation cracks it even more. Eventually it breaks, and then Red has to go on a character journey to reform the Red Pearl whilst going through a character arc. I actually really like that episode idea. I think it would be really, really sweet. Gives them something to work towards as well, which I really like. More things there, but I'm going to keep going forward because we did some more research. So, things you may not know about sharks, but we may add to the thing, add to their character development. So, dark vertical stripes found mainly on juveniles. As these sharks mature, the lines begin to fade and almost disappear. So, could add something about that? I don't know. Things change, something changes about their body. I don't know. These large blunt-nosed predators have a duly earned reputation as man-eaters. They are second only to great whites in attacking people. So they are quite aggressive, and if we say that they are the main army force against the humans, because the way I see it is that as years go by, humans stay more to the surface, and because of all the pollution and all the fish farming and all the destruction that humans do just to survive, and the pollution that puts that melts the ice caps and the water rises, humans will have less land to go to, so they will become more ravaged. So they will go into the water more, and as soon as pollution goes to the fish and the aquatic life, I want them to mutate, and maybe sharks become a lot more vicious and go and attack the humans more as they take over the world more. That's how I think about the sharks in this world. Yuki-Joe! Hello, welcome. We're talking about Power Rangers Aqua Force, man. How are you doing? Please tell me how you're doing, buddy. Part of me wants the cracked pearl and white self-realization arc to coincide. I think that'd be really interesting. It definitely would be around the same time, I think. Because if white has to deal with it all on their own, while while Taiga disappears for a bit, I think it definitely will add to that pressure. And it will help with the realization of what they are to each other. Maybe. We'll see. They are consummate scavengers with excellent senses of sight and smell. I think that's just very clear. Sharp, heavily serrated teeth and powerful jaws. That's just a fact. Heavily harvested for their fish, fins, skins, flesh, and their livers contain high levels of vitamin A, which is processed into vitamin oil. So, as well as Taiga and their kingdom hunting sharks will be hunted for these specific things as well. So there will be this natural hatred between the human world and the aquatic world. So, I think that's kind of cool. But yes, I think there's a lot there to explain the hatred for the humans in this world for it. Yeah. We are then going on to Row. How are we all doing actually before we go on to Row? Because how long have we been streaming for? An hour already. How are we feeling? Feeling good, good. Okay. Most likely we'll continue going then, if that's okay. Because I feel like we're getting some questions down. And getting, like, some questions out, which is really, really interesting. But I'm really excited about, the White Ranger. Because when I found all that information out, I was like, oh my god, guys. We need to chat about this. So anyway, we're gonna go on to the next Ranger. This is Row. Oh, you're streaming over here too? I'm streaming on both. I'm streaming on both, dude. Okay, so this is Row, our gold or yellow Ranger. I say yellow because I want it to be yellow, but no, people chose gold. You could tell I was annoyed because during the stream, during the panel at PMC, I was just like, please, choose yellow. And then they all chose different colors other than yellow. So, I say gold is yellow. But yeah. Me accidentally making David Tennant. Oh my god. Butterscotch, yeah. This is the one. This is the character that Butterscotch kind of like took as their own, and I'm fine with it. So we've got our animal version, we got our humanoid version, and then we got our suit. So yes, this is the gold or yellow ranger, Ro. Their pronouns are he, him. He is the sea dragon ranger, and he's going to be from the North Atlantic. And I just want to point out this beautiful drawing by Butterscotch because hell yeah. A yellow and blueless team? Lol, yeah. I mean, we said no blue because blue was going to be like the addition. And then everyone just said no to yellow, so I'm very upset. But yeah. Let's keep going. So, some more pictures here from Diggs as well. I think it's just really, really cool. Wibbly wobbly aqua forcey wimey. What is happening, Yukijo? You alright? But yes, they are a sea dragon here. Not a seahorse, a sea dragon. They're very different. Some ideas from Butterscotch. I was hoping to draw / animate him, and some of the ideas I have for him below. One of the ones who can match Taiga's snarkiness. They throw names at each other a lot, but they end up getting on with each other more as the show goes on. I mean, you'd hope so, right? Let me keep going. They're the rich kid, maybe Posh wants to learn to do things on his own, since he's always had people do things for him. Again, I think this is like a kingdom that is going out of money. There's not much there. They are royalty, but they're kind of like propped up because they don't realize that their kingdom is kind of falling apart, kind of thing. Because I really like that. But I don't know. Yeah. Gives unsolicited advice at random points. Is either sarcastic or brutally honest, and there's no in between. And I kind of love that. I feel like Butterscotch's Ro humanoid design looks like an ode. What even is that? Anyway, some more information. Ro's family is a noble family within his kingdom that's vying for influence over the kingdom's ruler. Ro feels more fealty to his family than his kingdom. Ro is comically vain and a bit of an asshole. Definitely doesn't respect his team at first. Obnoxious theater kid. There's definitely a vibe for this character. And I can't wait to see kind of like where it goes. I'm excited for it. So other things we've said. Noble from traditional kingdom with, I'm just trying to look. Vain and arrogant, but with some sense of duty. Antithesis to White Ranger in many ways. Let me think. Maybe he initially believes the sea dragon is a symbol of grace and beauty, with its flashy wing-like appendages. But later on, Ro comes to understand the significance of the sea dragon's ability to camouflage, giving him a moment of humble reflection. I actually really like that. I think he will be very flashy, but their main power will be like invisibility or like fading into the background, which I think is very interesting. Yeah, so I had a look into this because I kept on seeing them as a seahorse, but they're actually a sea dragon. So here's some differences so we can keep that in mind. Seahorses, for their tail, has a curled tail for gripping and stopping. But sea dragons actually lack tails. Or like a tail that can grab and stop itself. For swimming, they use dorsal fins for propulsion. Sea dragons use tiny fins to slowly propel, steer, and turn. They're like little fish. Oh, sorry, they're like a little boat with little propellers. Which I think is so funny. Camouflage. They use uses color change and markings to blend in. But sea dragons actually use leaf-like appendages to blend in. So here's the color. Here is actually, yeah. Yellow Ranger are better off for every Ranger team. Exactly. Yellow Rangers always. Reproduction. This is kind of interesting. You know, I think it's actually very interesting. Male has a brood pouch on his belly that receives eggs from females. And for sea dragons, males have a spongy patch under his tail that receives eggs from females. Again, naturally, the man in this instant, it's the men that look after the babies. I'm just saying. Very natural. But yes, so I thought that was really interesting. And sorry, I just got to at. Oh, okay, cool. You just added about a Pacifica. Thank you. Birthing gives birth to all young at once, and sea dragons give birth to young one by one over several days. So, like, it could be that maybe Ro is the last one to be born, so is always a little bit unsure. Always like coddled by the others. Coddled by the parents because they're the young one or the youngest. But the others are really jealous of him. Maybe there's something there. Can we just agree that Ro will be the wine uncle to Pacifica and Taiga's kids? Yes, absolutely. Ro will be the wine uncle. Have you seen this man? Have you seen this boy? Where is he? Have you seen this man? Absolutely. I can just imagine him being so much like with a dapper. I don't know why I see this, but I see them in like a robe, a bed robe for when he goes to bedtime. And it's just like this really like detailed thing for when they grow up. But I really like the idea that when they were born, because they were the last of the pack to be born, the parents coddled him quite a bit. And there was a lot of jealousy from the others, from his siblings, which made him kind of like a, oh my god, what's that? The musical? Joseph and the Technicolor Dreamcoat, where it was the youngest of the brothers, but because he was coddled by his parents so much, because he was deemed like special, all the other brothers ended up hating him. So maybe there's something there. Maybe we don't see Ro's family at all. Because they ran away or they were sold. They were like kicked out of the house. And the family and the brothers are trying to find them through the rest of the show. I don't know. There's something there. Maybe someone write that down. I don't know if that's something that we want to, but maybe. That's why he's always like seen as this like big-headed person, like in Joseph and the Technicolor Dreamcoat. Maybe. Ro would 100% be the character who sleeps in their ranger suit like others, right? Oh no. Well, now I gotta draw him with the wine now. Oh no. Didn't people compare Butterscotch's Ro to David Tennant? Yeah, we just said that. Would you imagine him with a Scottish accent? There's an element there. I don't know if Yugi Joe's still in chat. Yugi Joe, can you do a Scottish accent? Let me know. But yeah, I really like the idea. Can someone put that down in the character chat? Ro is a mummy, daddy's boy. Ro born last, so coddled by parents. Hated. Oh my god, I can't type. Hated by siblings. There we go. Something along those lines would be interesting. But we'll see. I can indeed. Oh my god. No, he's just Welsh. He's just Welsh. I don't know. Where he is in the world. Okay, I'm gonna... Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna go all the way back to the beginning of this presentation so we could show this. Here is the... So, where is... North Atlantic is this area here. So it'd be like going into American... going into like the British. We were talking about them being a very British family. England is gone. Scotland is the only thing that actually survives. So there wouldn't be Scottish fish. What am I saying? What am I saying? It wouldn't be a Scottish fish? What does that even mean? What I mean is that this is the whole area where he would be, like, connected to. So that would be... could be British, could be Welsh, could be American, could even be a bit Spanish, if we wanted to say it like that, or Portuguese. But, like, he is from this area, so any of these accents could work. But because we want him to go for that kind of, like, royal-esque vibe, I might say he's British or Welsh. But I'll let you guys choose. Where are we? We still, yeah, we were just, okay, we're here, okay. But yeah. I'm pretty sure he was Welsh. Okay, then we'll go with Welsh. What's David Tennant? David Tennant's Scottish, right? Or he's just, oh my god, he's intercontinental. Could anyone do that? Yes, could anyone do that old-timey, whiny 1920s, 1940s era? Can anyone do that accent? Because that is so funny. He's all of them. He's the intercontinental one. He just keeps switching accents. No! He could so, though. He could so just keep changing accents. Oh my god. We'll work this out. We'll talk about it. You guys choose. David is Scottish for sure. I know. I was hoping I was wrong, but no, he's definitely Scottish. Okay. Mr. Worldwide? We'll work it out. We'll work it out. Anyway, for the facts. For the facts about sea dragons, though. Oh my god, transatlantic is such a pretty accent. I think transatlantic could work so well for this. Maybe he is just transatlantic. I'll let you guys choose. For the facts of sea dragons that we will be adding to it, leafies are shaped to give themselves near perfect camouflage in seaweed, but the leaf-like structures are not used for swimming. They're actually just. Does that mean he needs to just have like really long hair? I don't know. Oh my god, what if he has really, really, really long hair? But like in Joseph and the Technicolor Dreamcoat, they cut his hair and sell him off somewhere. It's probably not like a sell-off, but they'll probably like get rid of him. It's definitely jealous sibling behavior. So when we see him in the show, he has short hair. But there's stuff. To move, this species uses 2 fins, 1 pectoral and 1 dorsal, that are so thin they are almost transparent. That's so funny. They don't even swim. They don't even swim with their big leafies. That sounds weird. Wait, I'm gonna give you a picture because I have a picture in my head of what he looked like now. Long hair, white male. I'm thinking of like an anime character, but I can't remember the character. Anime. Like, you know, like just in Wixia dramas, they have like the long hair. Oh my god, I'm thinking of like Inuyasha or something. When they have the long white hair. It's not gonna be white, it's gonna be blonde, but like it's just the long hair in a little tie. Tied to the side like an anime character. Like, that'd be cool as heck, though. I'm just saying. Not like a uptight ponytail, but like it goes over to the shoulder and then tied at the shoulder. That's a bit more Japanese, I know. But like, there's a way of doing it. There's a way of doing it. Okay, let's just keep going because I'm getting distracted too much with theories. Sea dragon males are responsible for childbearing, by the way. Just saying. So there could be a point where like we find a lost child or something, and they become, even though they're very like flamboyant and not boisterous, but flamboyant and flashy, they're actually very caring when it comes to the child. Oh, that'd be so sad. Oh my god, they find this child who's lost on like this thing, the wine uncle allegations will never die. No, but like there's a lost child, and the group have to take them and try and get them back to their family, and Ro actually becomes the uncle, I guess, as you said, and they become very connected. They become very close, and when they find the family, there's this heartwarming but heart-crushing character growth where he has to say goodbye to this child, and he becomes very much like, I need a child of my own. But I think that would be really, really cute. Oh my god, these characters are growing. They're like becoming something together, and I love that. So you got the quiet leader, like Takeru from Shinkenger. You got the boisterous lucky go lucky thing, second in command. You got the kind of like marvelous but in the second position. You then have Ro, who is like a bit like Joe from Gokaiger, maybe. No, there's something more there. Final episode time skip, and he's the child's godfather. Oh my god, I would actually cry. They are, however, frequently I'm going to go back to this. They are frequently taken by divers seeking to keep them as pets. Oh my god, wait. Oh my god. Wait. They're not stolen. They are taken by humans, maybe, as a pet, or like human fishman trafficking, and the others come and save him, and that's his introduction to the team. Ooh, that'd be sick. I don't know, there's something there. There's something there. Imagine he has to go full Mandalorian to protect the child in question during the episode. Oh my god, that'd be so cute. Oh my god. Okay, there's stuff there. Okay, another thing to add in chat for Ro. He is hunted down after being kicked out by the family, the jealous siblings, and they save them, and that's where they come into it. There was a thing where it was like he was the last of their kind, maybe. There's ways of putting it. But saying that point again, they are, however, frequently taken by divers seeking to keep them as pets. Pollution and habitat loss have also hurt their numbers. He is the last of their kind. Oh, yeah, there was that whole thing as well, where he is the last of their kind. So his, as we said, his where is it? His vain and arrogant persona may just be because of fear of rejection, because he is so alone. Okay, guys, there's so much to do right now. He gets saved, goes back, and then the hunters destroy the rest of the family, and he's the last of his kind. Because I think, yeah. Okay, there's stuff there. There's stuff there. Meaning. Reminder that the Doctor is the last of the Time Lords. Ah! Oh, that'd be so sick. Oh my god, he is the Doctor. He's the last of their kind. Put that in the Discord as well. Add it. Note it. Go and do it now. Last of their kind. Thank you for the notes. People are taking notes. I appreciate it. Thank you. Cool. We're making these characters, guys. I'm so excited. Sorry, let me just take a sip. I'm getting too excited, apparently. Okay, cool. Let's get back to it now, shall we? Cool. So, Mist. Mist is the Green Ranger, and though this might not be a pretty face, Mist or Misty is an electric eel. Kind of creepy, I have to admit. Kind of creepy. But yes, South Atlantic, Transmask. However, now that we have the White Ranger being gender fluid by the end, starting male but going into female because that's what Sea Angels do, does that mean that we should change Mist? This one's up to interpretation now. Up to you guys to decide. Because when it came to... Obviously, we had it being... White was female. Red was female. Green was trans mask. But... Now that... Oh my god, what am I saying? Now that... White is now going for that gender fluid role, going from male to female. We can change Mist, but we'll see. We'll see what works in the dynamic. So, DJ said they act as the older sibling type of character, very athletic and optimistic, definitely extroverted. We do have a very extroverted character in Taiga, so we have to work out the dynamics here in a second. Mrs. Airhead engineer, who's only ever half present in the conversation. I think I understand this one more than this one. I think we have this kind of character with Taiga, and also with Ro. So this character I think is more of the character. So they're airheaded engineer who only ever half present. Deadgrave says, Kezza wanted Mist to be from a farming kingdom, but I like the idea of Green being an engineer, like say Gokai Green. So I propose Mist is an engineer who wants to create inventions to help agriculture in his kingdom. His family looks down upon his ideas since they don't usually go well. I think that is still very valid. I guess so, yeah. I think they could definitely be like the supportive. I don't think they're athletic or optimistic, but I think they're very airheaded. But they're there when it matters the most. Mist gives supportive older sibling vibes, yes, for sure. But I think it's definitely coming from this place of misunderstanding them, like their kingdom does, which I kind of like. I like to add that maybe Mist throughout a portion of the series is trying to experiment in creating something close to tidal or hydroelectric energy source for his kingdom and hopefully to sell it to others. I think yes. I think we like the idea of them being like an inventor. And could help with Pacifica with her identity problems when Taiga isn't around. Yeah, I think that could still work. Farmer, engineer, yes. Youngest member, playful. I think, will they be the youngest member? We'll see. Because I think that changes now with all the other characters coming into place. Weakest in combat initially, like RPM's Ziggy. I like the idea of that. I do. I also wanted to bring this character, which it gives me very much like their humanoid vibe. Or something similar. It was also trans. Is it? Oh no, they might be gender fluid. I can't remember what the character is. What the description is. But this is, I can't remember the character's name now. But someone from She-Ra, Princess of Power on Netflix. Now for some of the facts about these characters, and that might change a lot of this. So, special organs in the eel's body releases powerful electric shocks up to 650 volts. So it could mean that the inventor element does work. So it could be quite interesting. Electric eels are nocturnal, live in muddy, dark waters, and have poor eyesight. So they definitely need, like, eyes or something. I don't know. They definitely need eyes. They need, like, goggles or something, or glasses. So instead of using eyes, electric eels emit a weak electric signal, which they use, like, radar to navigate, to find a mate, and to find prey. So this is the interesting thing about it. I would love for them to be blind. Or have, like, very bad eyesight. Where they have, like, goggles, but in the fight they are actually using this electric signal. And, like, which helps them. Once prey is found, electric eels will use a much stronger shock to stun prey using smaller fish. And I kind of love this idea. That they're maybe, like, surrounded by, like, smaller fish, that they're always around them. In a way. They have, like, a little posse that kind of follow them. They save them once or something, and there's this posse around them. They're the ones with glasses and goggles, and is always the one up in the middle of the night. Yeah. I love that they're like partially, if not fully blind. I like the idea. Despite their appearance, electric eels aren't actually eels at all. They are most closely related to carp and catfish. It's crazy. But they can also leap out of water. Did you know that? They can leap out of water. How scary is that? So I think they have like, if it's like out of water fights, they're very good at jumping high. Like, they can have like a good fight. That could be a good fighting move is all I'm saying. Why am I interpreting Mist as a night owl who needs to wear glasses, though? Yeah, me. That is me! Look at that! That is me. But yeah, I think that's great. Stuff about Mist then that we can make notes on. They are blind or partially blind. Need goggles to help them see. Is the night owl electric power? Don't think any of the others are electric. But their power is specifically electric. The only thing I'm worried about with the prior farmer thing is that they are electric themed, so obviously everybody else would be electric, or they would have like access to electricity. However, the way I see it, or the way I want it to be, is that orange is the more mechanical one, so I'm worried that I've maybe mixed up the writing a little bit there. Like, why would they give up the ability of electricity if they're not going to use it, kind of thing. I don't know. There's something there. We gotta work it out. What if Mist was actually adopted? Ah, maybe. Put that as maybe a note. Mist adopted question mark? Because then it's like their family, they're not the family that they're part of, I guess. They're a big fish in a pond that they're not really part of. Hence why they're the electric ones. Oh my god! Yes, okay. Yes, put that down. They are adopted. They're not actually... They got lost. They got lost! Little... It's like a Dory, but they can't... They don't have memory loss. They just can't see. So they lost their family on traveling. And ended up in this random town, which is like a town for farmers. And wants nothing more than to go find their parents. Or do something different. Put that as a note. No, 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 no. Okay. There we go. There we go. And guess where they are? Their families at one of the other kingdoms, which we'll discover in a second. Not yet. Okay, that's cool. We're on to Sorsha now. Sorsha. God. I'm glad we're actually... Genuinely, guys, I thought this stream was just going to be us, like, chatting and just enjoying what we made and maybe talking about it. I'm so glad that we're, like, really talking about the characters and, like, really, like, making new characters. I don't know. There's something so nice about it. I'm excited. Let's keep going then, shall we, guys? Okay, Sorsha, Sorsha. Susha, not Sorsha. I keep on saying Sorsha. It's not Sorsha, it's Susha. Ah! Okay, so we have Susha. Oh, god damn it. We have Susha. They, them. Stingray. The South Pacific Ocean. Buoyant boost. A cannon-like attack that uses the water as a bouncing platform to launch themselves in the air. Yo, that's kind of sick. That's kind of sick, though. We'll talk about that. Put it in the what chat is that? Suit and gear, maybe? Should I put that? I'll put that in. Yu-Gi-Oh, you're being added to the Discord. Chat. Suit and gear. Yu-Gi. Are you in my Discord, Joel? I can't find you. Maybe I'm just searching the... Maybe I'm spelling your name wrong. I don't know. Anyway, Now on to Susha, the stingray. But yeah, every single time I see this picture, I think of Aphmau. I'm just saying that right now. I think of Aphmau, the Minecraft role player. But yes, this is our purple ranger, and I really love it. I think it's so sweet. If Mist was the best suited for fighting on land due to the whole leaping out of water factoid. I mean, yeah, it would be interesting. But yeah, Susha. They them pronouns, neurodivergent, maybe autism? I don't know. We'll see about things like that specifically once we get into the facts, because I think the facts of the animals actually help with the creation of the characters. Quiet and reserved, but with a mischievous streak. I love that. Cadet from Warrior Academy, cold and introverted initially, fighting style based on Gatka. Gatka? Don't even know what that is, but I will find out. They're an orphan, and oh no, guys, we've mixed up the characters. Wait, okay. Susha, we're gonna work out Susha. They're an orphan and thus views the Rangers as a family. They're the glue that holds the team together during their more rocky beginnings. Specifically, Stingray, and I personally think they should be one, if not the oldest member, who has the unfortunate issue of being the shortest. I love that. I find the Aphmau comparison very similar. Susha will never not give Aphmau vibes to me. It's so funny. Everyone's an orphan. This is turning into Batman. Okay, we need to have more diversity in this. Not everyone can be an orphan. Bro's gonna pick up so many children. Oh my god. Wait, Kezza, do you realize that Mermaid Tales exist, right? That's a series Aphmau has, and the second season of it is ongoing. Yeah, I realized it. I saw it. I haven't watched it, but I did also see that they've announced, what was it? Inner Demon Season 2 too. So I'm excited for that. Susha has autism and is introverted, making them seem a little reserved and or quiet. However, they have a mischievous streak. I love this mischievous streak. Let us have a look at the actual, like, facts. I think there's 2 pages of facts, yes. To see if they help with the character. So, stingrays have no bones in their bodies. I don't know what I was trying to come up with this. I don't know if that will help. The skeletons are made up of flexible cartilage. So they're flexible. I don't know what that means in the respect of the character. Meaning the young are hatched from eggs that are held within the body. Cool. There are many different types of rays, including stingrays, like electric rays, butterfly rays, round rays, manta rays, guitarfish, and sawfish. I don't know. Allows them to pick up electrical signals from other animals when they move. Okay, cool. Okay, let's keep going. Rays protect themselves with venomous spines or barbs on their tail. Ooh. Stingrays' natural predators are sharks, seals, sea lions, and other large fish. Oh my god, no, Taiga the shark is not going to be happy here. That's funny. Many stingrays like to live by themselves and only come together for breeding and migration. Migrate in their thousands to feeding grounds each year. These large groups can reach up to 10,000 individuals and are known as a fever. Okay, so that helps with our character, maybe. So they are a bit of a lone I was gonna say a lone shark. No, a lone wolf. No, a lone. God damn it. They are a lone stingray. They travel? Question. Do stingrays travel? Let me do a search. Do stingrays travel in packs? Some species gather in large numbers to mate. Yes, some stingrays travel in groups called a fever, though many species are solid. Oh my god, they're solitary. Okay, so guys, they're solitary creatures. It's a lone ray. So the fact that they're maybe a bit more quiet on their own makes it make sense that they are alone. That they do this. Okay. And let's search up one more thing. Okay, people, let me ask, I've asked a question. But I'm just making sure I'm searching this correctly. Am I right in saying that? Okay, if this comes out wrong, I'm literally just searched it up. So if I am wrong, please let me know. We were saying how this character could have autism, right? And with Stingrays being alone, I did search up, like, do people with autism prefer to be in groups or to be alone? Because I needed to make sure that I was on the right path with this kind of thought. And it seems like autistic people do need and enjoy alone time. But that's different than being lonely. So it's like they were always kind of like on their own. As they said, they're lonely creatures, live by themselves. So they could be a traveler. They could travel the sea. That'd be cool. Like just going around traveling. Maybe she found her pearl whilst on her travels. Ooh, I kind of like that. Should we go for that? As an autistic person, I prefer being on my own every now and then, but I do like spending time with and being around my friends. Okay, I think we could go with this autistic thing then, this point. So, Susha will be autistic. They will come back, and that's why they like being with the team, because they become their friend. However, this also allows them to be this kind of like lone stingray that allows them to travel, be a bit more of a mysterious but mischievous character who finds that pardon me, finds this pearl during their travels. I actually really like that. Shall we put that in the list? Write it down, everybody. Put a note in the Discord. What if Susha plays a part in gathering all the rangers? Like Susha ends up finding all the pearls holders and tells them. Ooh, so they're part of, oh my god, they could be part of Pacifica's inner circle already? So like the only people that get close to them are their initial friends. Are Susha and Taiga. Taiga kind of forces themselves into Pacifica's inner circle, but Susha might actually be closer to Pacifica than we realize. Oh, I love that. Okay, yes. Susha. Okay, yes. I like this. I like this. I like this a lot. Let's go with that. I like that. We now have a character thing for them. Cool. I like that a lot. I love that. Also, Butterscotch, I just saw your sketch. I love that. I love it. Oh my gosh, I'm so obsessed. Let's go. Kezza watches Afmal roleplays. Hikari, did you realize that I have been in Minecraft roleplays before? Like, that's how I started on my online world. I don't know if you were one of the ones who knows that. But I've met all the Afmal cast at a con, and I became friends with Chris. I'm just saying. But I'll let you finish that. Anyway, let's go on to the next character. So, here we have Khalid. And Khalid, I think, is like one of my favorite creations we've created so far, and I'm actually really excited to show you Khalid. This is Khalid. He is, pronouns are he, him. The animal is a pufferfish. And their sea is the Arctic Sea. And I actually really love this character and what we kind of like created for them. Because it's a very interesting thing that we're kind of going with this. But let me go into that detail just to show you. But here's some visuals we have of them so far. Like their civilian form. I need to see like a pufferfish animal version of this person, of this character. But yes, so this is the first half human, half fish character that we have. So in a way, I don't think they necessarily have a full humanoid, I don't think they have a full animal vibe, if that makes sense. I think Khalid, as a pufferfish, half human and half animal, I think they will be human, but will have like fish elements to them, so they only have a human form, if that makes sense. But their body changes because they're a pufferfish. They can go from, wait, I'm gonna skip ahead because I want to show you guys. They go from scrawny boy to buff, overpowered, angry guy. So the person who will voice this character, or the character design, will go from this to this. And I think I really like that idea as an element. So yeah, that's their vibe. Maybe they could have like little spikes on their cheeks or like freckles. I kind of love that. So the fish people like in One Piece, yes, but more humanoid, I guess. So Khalid is, oh my god. That's so funny. So werefish? Oh my god. Crazy. But no chub? What does no chub mean, Joel? Let me know what you mean by no chub. Hello, KRX. Welcome. But yes. So half human, half fish is the old man of the group. And depending on which form he's in, if he's in Unpuff or Big Puff. Orange's Kingdom welcomed humans many, many years ago. But due to their... this is basically the Orange Kingdom. Orange's Kingdom welcomed the humans many, many years ago. But due to their industrialism, which causes pollution... So they caused pollution themselves into the sea. So... while helping the humans come into the water, they actually caused a lot more destruction. But being a machinery city, which is the only way they brought money in, they were cut off from society because they couldn't say no to the humans, but they couldn't say would stop their industry. But yeah. It'll be really interesting. Because the way that I see this is that this is a kingdom that was cut off from the rest of the water kingdoms. And not many people have heard from them since. But yeah. It's because they were cut off from society, basically. And I really love that element. And they're a character we'll see much later on. But a lot of the people in this society will be where the uglier, the less desirable will be tossed to. It'll be a lot more rougher. And there will be a lot more humanoid creatures here, rather than the Rangers having humanoid and a... We need a word for this. Fishoid? Aquoid form? Oh my god, yeah. He could descend from a human and a member of the Orange Kingdom. Yes, that's why I was hoping that when... Like, this was like thousands of years ago. The human world was still very connected. So it's like us going down in like 100 years' time, maybe, from us. Hydrants! Oh, I love that. The hydrant form. And the... yeah. But in this world, as soon as we start polluting the world more and the water more and this society become the fish or the hydrants become more human or more advanced with the mutations and stuff, there will be a time in the far future that they start to reproduce with humans, bringing this creation of the Orange Kingdom, which will be a lot more humanoid. And that's why they kind of cut them off as well, because it's like, what are you doing? But yeah, puffs up when angry and grows smaller when relaxed. And I really like that. I can see it being like, the first time we see Khalid, he is very much like big and puffed up because he is in protection mode. But then when he becomes more friendly, you see him going through episodes where he just slowly goes down. And I can imagine this really funny moment where it's like 20 episodes in and he walks out the shower, or not the shower, but he walks out into the rest of the group and they're like, oh my god, you lost so much. What happened? You're not the same person. And then he just goes, puffs up again. I love that. How would that work in context of Khalid, considering he's based on pufferfishes? What? Second. Didn't they do that in the first Aquaman? Yeah, it's a fish tribe. This is a pufferfish, and it's going to be very different. The concept will be different. Goes from 200 centimeters to 150 centimeters. It will be a lot more drastic than that, I think. But yeah. Anyway, let us. You're trying to figure out the character lore. Just so you know, okay, I'm gonna go back a little bit, guys, so this newcomer can see what we're talking about. Where is it? This is our group of characters. Let me get. Yes, so this is our Rangers. So we got our main team. These are our team. We got Green Ranger, Gold Ranger, White Ranger, Red Ranger, Purple Ranger. They are fish people from under the sea. All of this will be kind of like under the sea. It's Aqua Force, so it's all based underwater. We got our beautiful suits. Let me quickly go back. Sorry for the flash. We've got Pacifica, the White Leader Ranger, which is a sea angel. We've got some really beautiful designs already. We then have Taiga, the Tiger Shark. Each character, by the way, will have a human form and a, what do we call it? A hydrant's form. So a fish creature that looks humanoid but is more of their animal than anything. So as you can see here, we got the human form and the hydrant form. Can someone put that in the Discord, actually? Put hydrant, so we remember the name for what we just called it. Or the Equations. No, that probably sounds a bit weird. We've also got Ro. Pescan could work. Or maybe. We'll make a list and we'll decide in a second. So this is our Gold Ranger, the Sea Dragon. Very, very cool. Yes. Which is our Gold or Yellow Ranger. Love him. Sea Dragon. We also have Ro, which is our Sea Dragon. No. What am I saying? I'm getting confused. Then we have Mist, our... Sorry, I'm still a little bit ill. And this is Susha, they, them, Stingray, the Purple Ranger. I'm speeding through this, I apologize. It's because we've already done it. And then we got Khalid here, which is he, him, our Orange 6th Ranger. And they are pufferfish. What was I looking at? Puffs up when angry and grows smaller when relaxed. Yes. So let's move on to the next page just so we can keep going through this. We've got so much to get through, guys. You have no idea. So this is pufferfish named Poof. They are the assistant and underling to Khalid. So there'll be a lot of this kingdom that will look more human or look more animal, but it will be like basically like a mix of everything. They were they were a design for one of the villains, but I loved him so much that I was just like, oh my god, we need him as like Khalid's underling. We need them to be like a friend. So Poof is our friend. But yes, the reason why we chose Orange and Pufferfish is because the pufferfish would, when they have like those big metal balls in the sea, I could just see a lot of those around the kingdom. And they are, oh my god. They are very like full of explosives, I think. But I thought they would be kind of like interesting connections to this. Anyway, yes. So thank you, Modman, for this design. They are literally going to be called Poof. I love it. I love him. Yes, he will start very small when he's relaxed and go huge when he's angry or ready to fight. And that will be in his suit form as well. Like, he could probably like go between the two. But he needs to be like motivated, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, that will be Khaled. Some facts that will help us more with the character. All shapes and sizes. They literally come in all shapes and sizes. And I think that addition is literally just like the explanation of his kingdom. Or every family, every fish family, every aquatic creature that's being kicked from all these different kingdoms for being different, for being undesirable, will go to this kingdom because it's the kingdom of the lost, I guess. But yeah, so that's what I see it as. Pufferfish is that... Oh yes, in Japanese folklore, they're, if you eat them, they are... What is it? Japanese folklore, eating fugi or pufferfish is is deemed to be only suitable for the brave and foolish, basically. Which I think is really, really interesting that that's what it's called. I'm going to ask Yukijo to confirm that. But I think it is, like, if you eat Japanese... If you eat... if you eat it, it's basically, like, you're asking for death. Because it's so dangerous to eat. But if it's prepared safely, you'll be fine. But I really like the idea of it called brave or the brave or foolish. You could be one or the other. And I think Khaled could be very much like that. He's very brave, but he's a little bit foolish. And they're very deadly in general. When under threat, pufferfish demonstrate their unique defense, rapidly inflating themselves with water to appear significantly larger than their usual size. And I think that will be very much Khaled from the beginning. He's brave, foolish, and can be really, really big or really, really small. Dolphins use them to get high. I don't know what this... I found this out and I was just, that's crazy. Right? That's crazy. God. Let me keep going though. Pufferfish have 2 teeth on the top and 2 on the bottom that form into a beak. These teeth will continuously grow and turn into rather large overbite. To manage the growth, the pufferfish munch on hard structures like clamshells or shellfish. I think that's really, really interesting. So he's constantly going to be munching. Oh my god, he's Rakia. He's Rakia. He's going to constantly be munching on like some like hard structure for his food. How strange. But it helps his teeth apparently. Good thing we didn't choose dolphin for Susha. Oh my god. That'd be awful. However, I do want to have like a dolphin team that is like a villainous team. Because dolphins aren't very nice. Dolphins are horrendous. They're actually really horrible. But the consumption of fugi was banned because so many people kept getting poisoned by it. Yeah. Yeah, I believe that. But it's back. Stupid. I'm never gonna have pufferfish. Just because one, I fear for my life, and 2, I don't need to eat pufferfish. I don't need to. Okay, romantic artists. When a male pufferfish seeks to attract a woman, a female, they make nests adorned with shells, serving as elaborate displays to court potential mates. I thought that this would be so fun. He's like, what is it? He's brave and foolish, but he's a romantic as well. He always is wanting love. And I think that's really, really sweet. Can we add that as a note? He's foolish and brave, but is a romantic. Hello, Kelvin. Welcome. We're talking about Power Rangers. Each breeding session, they will put in the effort to court a new female with a design made for her. So Khaled is also a bit of a flirt, so it will be interesting. Wait, Kezza, what if the evil ranger had a dolphin form which he uses to battle Khaled? I think it would be very interesting. I think there will be like a team of evil rangers that will be, or something that will be dolphin themed, right? And you have to, right? You have to do it like that. Heck yeah, Nautilus just shows up, 2 million shells in his room. Oh my god! Yeah. Anyway, baby pufferfish are cannibals. Baby pufferfish can be very aggressive. Once they develop their first teeth, they may start attacking their siblings. Due to their small mouths, instead of swallowing their siblings whole, they bite chunks out of them, leading to numerous deaths within the brood. This was a horrific fact I found out. Like, they bite each other to death? That's crazy. Like, why have you done that? Also, what if Khaled's personality depends on his current size? Yeah, I actually think that this could be maybe like when he's kind of like, what's his name? Arthur? Not Arthur, this guy. I can't remember his name from Seven Deadly Sins. But when he's in like this form, he's like really like, hello. Or no, I guess he's aggressive in that form. I don't know. I think he's a romantic in both forms, but he fails in one and is really confident in the other one. But everyone's an orphan. We don't need any more orphans, man. Yo, twins literally do this. What? Scary. Jekyll and Hyde vibe. Escanor. Oh my god, yes, that's... Escanor is the character. This is Escanor. That's his name. Jekyll and Hyde. It's a pretty much Jekyll and Hyde kind of vibe. Yeah, for sure. And then onto the final ranger. Obviously, Nautilus and Khaled will be brought in much later. Just so I would keep you in mind for that. They'll be brought in much later because they are the 5th and the 6th. No, the 6th and the 7th. Sorry, rangers. So this is Nautilus. Nautilus is the Black Ranger, and he is octopus themed from Southern or Antarctic Ocean. I think we chose the Antarctic Ocean. And this is going to be really interesting. I'm really excited about this character. So these are the ideas you guys came up with. Nautilus is part of the team until he finally breaks from Lulu's conditioning. If people don't know who Lulu is, just you wait. Actually, let's go straight there, actually. Where is Lulu? Where is Lulu? There is Lulu! Lulu is this little guy. You can't introduce Nautilus without Lulu. Lulu is going to be a little octopus. A little octopus. That you guys created. And you guys love Lulu. Lulu is the cutest little thing. But it's evil. It's evil. Doesn't like people. It's a Lulu. It's evil. Lulu replaced the orange Zord when she was... I can't remember if this is stuff that we wanted to talk about. So basically... Okay, I'm just going to say... Lulu is like a little... Will kind of be like the side... Kind of like a Yarika. Think of them as Yarika. That's probably the easiest way to explain Lulu. Lulu is Yarika, a little evil sidekick that's always on the Black Ranger's shoulder. Not everybody knows about Lulu, but is an actual, just a menace. Will always, it's kind of like the devil on your shoulder kind of thing. Will always speak to you and will always tell you bad things. It's like your intrusive thoughts, but manifest in a little ball of energy. Yo, is that octopus dude Daleks? It's a character that was created, and it's just they got so much. They had people making videos for them, like little animations straight away as Lulu was created. It was crazy. The Lulu love is crazy. I intentionally designed Lulu to look like a plushie that could hypothetically be made. It's so cute. I want a Lulu. I want a Lulu. Now back to this character. I know a lot of stuff is here, but a lot of this is almost like spoilers for what we want for this character to be. But in a way, they will always be connected to the main villain of the show, I guess you could say. But for now, they have no memory. He's very stoic, very mysterious. But what we really want for them is the White Ranger lost a family member. And after years of having no idea what happened to them, actually turns out that this is that character, maybe. Going from black to a white Rainbow Ranger. The Black Ranger is corrupted by Cthulhu. Because they went to discover the haunted grounds, let's just call it that. There's going to be, actually, let me show you the map. Sorry guys, we're going back to the beginning of the thing. Going back. Show you on the map here. So in the map, there's going to be, this is like the wasteland. No one really goes here. There used to be a kingdom here thousands upon thousands upon thousands of years ago. But everyone knows to avoid it because it's not a very good place. Let me go back here. And it's because many years, thousands upon thousands of years ago, it was destroyed. No life left. And it's because of some things in the past, and I'm going to kind of keep it a little bit stum because I really love this idea. But yeah, so Black Ranger will be corrupted by this evil throughout the show, and will possibly be the final boss. But yeah, shh, no one needs to know that yet. Lulu Craft. Oh my god, guys. But yeah, so it's a past ranger from the previous generation, corrupted by pollution. They were the mentor or parent of the White Ranger. And everyone loves that. Everyone loved the idea of this old mentor or old parent figure being taken away from White Ranger when they were very young, and will come back in some capacity. Neo Biohazard said, oil black and pearlescent white should have similar abilities since they're the only two with tentacles, which I think is actually a very good idea. Also some notes for octopuses, which I think is very interesting if we think about it from this point of view. They are the oldest known fossil, the oldest known fossil of an octopus ancestor belongs to an animal that lived some 330 million years ago, long before the dinosaurs. So, when we're thinking of this world, and there was a possible connection to gods and stuff in the past, so like with Poseidon, where did that point go? I think I missed a slide. There's a whole slide about it being connected to the gods from the past. But if we still go with that idea, it would make sense that it's so long in the past that even octopuses, like a Cthulhu character, would be connected to it. So I think that's really cool. Octopuses have 3 hearts, by the way. Did you know that? 2 of the hearts work exclusively to move blood past the animal's gills. The 3rd heart circulates that oxygen-rich blood to the organs and muscles, giving them energy. But the latter heart actually stops beating when the octopus swims, explaining the species' penchant for crawling rather than swimming, which exhausts them. So they actually have like 3 hearts that connect them. So what would be really cool if the way to defeat the the possession over the Black Ranger may be killing one of his hearts. Is an idea, because if they can't continue to survive without the 3 hearts. I checked this out, by the way. The octopus needs to have both, like all 3 hearts to work. And I think that's really interesting. Anyway, on to the next one. They are super smart and can work out how to escape. And I'm like, enclosures. And yeah, they can. There's so much footage of them just escaping. And I think that's really interesting that like Lulu or him are able to escape somewhere. Octopus ink doesn't just hide the animal. The ink also physically harms enemies. It contains a compound called, I can't say that because I can't word it, which in humans helps to control the production of the natural pigment melanin. But when sprayed in a predator's eyes, it causes irritation. It also garbles creature senses with smell and taste. So it's like oh my god, they're a ninja. No, but like it's like a ninja, a smoke screen, and they can disappear. That's really interesting. Unfortunately, they aren't. That. Oh my god. Oh my god! Wait, we literally just said that the White Ranger will be Japanese in some way, or their human form will be Japanese because they literally are in the Japanese region of the world. Oh my god! And the ink is literally a ninja thing. Oh my god! Write that as a note. Note it down. Note it down. Black Ranger is a ninja. Ninja. Write it down. I'm gonna write it down. I'm gonna write it down. Oh no. Okay, I can see Hikari is doing it. That's so funny. Oh my god. Nautilus is ninja, Japanese origins, which makes sense. Oh my god. Japanese connections, ninja, sorted. That's so funny. Oh my gosh. Okay. Octopuses have blue blood, by the way. Just thought I would let you know. Whereas our iron-rich blood is red when it meets oxygen. The copper in octopus blood makes it appear blue. So that's kind of cool. Mating and parenthood are brief affairs for octopuses, which die shortly after. That's crazy. So, wait. Mating and parenthood are brief affairs for octopuses, which die shortly after. Do they die because they have sex or something? Is that what it is? Wait, I have to search this up, otherwise I will never know. Do octopuses mate for life? No, octopuses do not mate for life. Instead, they are... meaning they reproduce only once and then die shortly afterwards? Males typically die a few months after mating, and females die from starvation after laying and guarding their eggs for several months until they hatch? What? That's crazy! I had no clue! What? Wait, that's crazy. Why is it so small? Okay. Maybe we can play with that. Oh my god, oh no. Wait, let me search one more thing up to see. What? Oh my gosh. Wait a second. That's so funny. Not funny, but it's interesting for this because it was one of the storylines we wanted to do. I literally typed, do octopuses die after reproduction? And it's like, yes, a couple months after for the males. And then I typed, can octopus be gay? I literally typed, can octopus be gay? Yeah, they can be. Apparently, it happens a lot. They can engage in same-sex sexual behavior observed in species like the deep-sea octopus. Their behavior is often attributed to a reproductive strategy to maximizing mating opportunities in challenging So people who wanted to ship Nautilus with with Khaled, I'm just saying, it could happen. Whoa, that's crazy. They're crazy. They could be gay and never have a parent to come out to. Yeah, because their parents die so quickly. Oh god, another orphan. Oh my god, these... Sea life is scary. Sea life is brutal. But yeah, okay. I did have a... That could be a way to kill one of the hearts, to kill the main villain. That'd be kind of interesting. I'm just gonna move on. Make it a note. Make it a note. Nautilus. And you did! Nautilus and Khaled could 100% happen! Cause gay. Where's the first thing I hear when I pop into a new stream? Reproductive strategies. Okay, welcome to Power Rangers Aqua Force, where we are making a Power Ranger themed show. A Power Ranger show that's all based underwater in a society where humans have fled the sea and the water creatures have proceeded to mutate and become bigger and powerful. And this is a show that we created ourselves on stream and in panels. And we've just got to Nautilus, our Black Ranger, who is an Optimus theme. So this is what they look like. Oh wait, I don't have a better picture. No. Yeah. And we just realized that I gathered loads of like facts about all the different animals and how they would interact with the rest of their characters and how their animal would affect their character growth. And there's things that happen, and we found out that we're just finding out how gay natural life is in the sea. And I love it. Anyway, moving on. So we have Cthulhu. Cthulhu is the main villain, question mark? Or a misunderstood plushie? So yes, we will have Cthulhu very much involved. So for those Lovecraftian people in chat who love that, yes, we will be having Cthulhu, a god of the sea. But I want them to be like a misunderstood villain. So thousands and thousands and thousands of years ago, when the Black Kingdom was actually still very much sorry, I've just misread your comment. Please don't say that. It's not that. But yeah. But there's kingdoms of different kingdoms under the sea. Filmform Studios, hi. Hello, Nate. Welcome. Just a lot happening, okay? But yeah, when the Black Kingdom dies, it's actually to do with Cthulhu's origins. So, I'm just saying that. I don't want to say too much. But yeah. But the corporation accidentally awakes Cthulhu by drilling too much in the sea. Maybe because of the Orange Kingdom as well. And that's where Lulu comes out, and that's where we meet. Obviously, Lulu and the Black Ranger. So the timeline, I have to work out what the timeline of this is. But yes, we are back to Lulu. So Lulu will actually be Cthulhu's kind of like messenger, kind of like forcing the Black Ranger into certain things, which I think everyone loves the idea for that. Well, it turns out there's a lot more orphans than we anticipated. Okay, Hikari, give more context. We just found out that when okay, this is gonna sound so weird. We found out when octopuses mate, they die within a month. No, a couple months. The male ones die within a couple months, and then the females starve themselves to protect their babies, and then the babies are born, and then the mother dies after they mate. And I'm like, how crazy is that? That's crazy work. Anyway, and then there's Cthulhu, and then there's Lulu. But everyone loved Lulu. When we first came up with Lulu as a concept, everyone was obsessed with Lulu, and I was obsessed with Lulu. I need a Lulu toy. But yeah, that's Lulu. Lulu replaced the when Lulu is in control instead of the. Oh yeah, this is the Megazord. We'll talk about that in a bit. Let's quickly to reproduce or live. Life's hardest question. Crazy, isn't it? Anyway, let's go to the companions. The companions we have is a base or a submarine. So the base will be within a submarine that goes around. Basically this will be like our main mentor kind of guy. Yeah, just a little bit of good fun. I wanna screw Labubu's. I want a Lulu. La Lulu. Oh my god. Stop it with the Labubus. I don't like Labubus. They scare me. Anyway. Okay, guys, be very careful in chat there. I'm just saying, be careful in chat. Yes. So this will be the base or the first companion. I can't remember what we called him. I can't remember it. But there will be like the very grumpy mentor. Secretly, used to be part of like the old. Used to be part of the villain faction. Yeah. So far, joining this stream feels like joining a completely different reality. It's because we're talking about old, like, stuff that we've already talked about months ago. We're just, like, popping in. That's it. The sub's name is Omen, an anagram of Nemo, as in Captain Nemo from the stories. That's it. The sub can deploy the auxiliary Zords by river. All she has to do is load up a power pearl. God, there's so many information here that you guys won't understand, but that's okay. I like Omen. Oh, and then we have the tadpole. We have a little tadpole companion as an extra companion. Literally, guys, this was chosen during the first panel. Everyone in the audience decided to have a submarine, and a tadpole as the companions. So there you go. But that will be part of the main team's like main team group as we go for it. Kevin might go. Kevin the tadpole. I can't remember if he is actually called Kevin, but we're gonna stick with it. But yeah, they will be a tadpole. Just a little guy that we protect and look after. We have some names like Anuro for them. It's the scientific name for frogs. I kind of like that. Croaky sounds cute to me, says Neo Biohazard. So there's loads of different ideas. Kevin the tadpole, says Rob Blob. A goofy goober, if you will. So true. But yeah, there will be an element where they kind of like grow up to be like maybe an extra power up, or they become another ranger when they grow up. I don't know. We'll see. But everyone kind of likes the idea of them being like a battleizer or something like that to help the team. So we'll see. Then we have our next companion, who is River, and a human. So this is the first proper human, no human slash like half human, half fish. This is the first human of the team. I'm probably the only human for a while, but this is River. This was a creature. This was a character created by T, a friend of mine. And to be honest, I love the creation and the idea that goes behind this character. They are a marine biologist or a medic that helps the rangers with creature information that she knows from the human world. And she will be our first ever monster of the week for the first episode. If those from the beginning watched from the, well, if you were here from the beginning of the stream, you will remember Gruggle's Paradise being kind of like the villain's place, but also humans flock there for protection. They will be one of the scientists who will live at Gruggle's Paradise. However, River will find out stuff about Gruggle's Paradise, about what they're doing there, and will try and run away and gets turned into a monster of the week. And I just really like this concept. I think it's really fun. Also kind of allows us to connect to someone in the show, which I think is really cool. River is an inquisitive person who wants to learn all about the ocean world. So she has respect for the human world, but also has much respect for the world below. Like one of the only humans that really cares in a way in this new world. The Rangers have to keep their survival a secret from their kingdoms. Oh yeah, the Rangers have to keep their survival as a secret from their kingdoms, plus she lives on the sub. Yeah. So she's kind of hiding. There's probably going to be a moment where where they have to kind of like keep her secret, keep her hidden from their kingdoms. And that'll be a very interesting thing. But yeah, we'll work it out. River can't return to the surface due to Groggle declaring her dead. Yeah, there'll be some element of not being able to go home, and I think a lot of these characters will be able to touch that nerve with her and kind of learn to trust her. Yes, everyone was interested of them having a sickness. So they are human, will become one of the villains, one of the monsters of the week, because of the pollution is going to turn everybody into them. And then, when she's saved, there will be something there. Yeah, I'm really excited about this, like, addition for her. Wait, can we ship River with someone like Mist? I don't know why I want to ship River and Mist. You keep saying this. Someone keeps saying that they want to ship them together. I think it was kind of like already anticipated that they would. Let me have a look. I think they were meant to be shipped, but we will see. We'll work out. Yes, we had T drew this really, really kind of interesting little comic where like their illness from being turned into a monster of the week is actually eating at her. And I think it will be a really interesting concept. I forgot it's been so long since the last stream. Yeah, it's been a while. Hence why we're coming back and doing this again. Anyway, and then T did this little animation, and I love it. And it's them being turned into one of the villains. Like, I just think it's so interesting, and I can't wait. So, thank you, T, for that. Then, I think this is the final... Yeah, so this is the final companion that's confirmed. And this is Cymex. And Cymex was meant to be, like, one of the villains. Like, one of the monsters of the week. When everyone was designing them. However, I saw this character, and I was just like... I fell in love with this character so quickly. They're, like, Kami Jim. It's like, no, it's not Kami Jim. It's the friend to Jeremy in King Oja. And I'm just like, I want them to be like that. I think it's just so sweet. And also, like, he's doing, like, the little 2 pink fingers doing that. And I'm like, ah, it's so cute. So, I'm so surprised people find Cymex so cute. Lol, I thought people were going to find her creepy. No, it's the little fingers, Neo. Neo Biohazard. What do you want me to call you, by the way? Neo, Bio, or Hazard? Let me know. Because I feel bad saying the whole name every single time. But it's the fingers. It's the sweetness of the cuteness here. And I see them... I don't know who they are. Oh, I've just seen... What the... Oh my god. That's so funny. I didn't... Okay, I'm just going to call you Neo if that's okay. I just realized what it is. It's a fish, and that's the lip, and that's the lip, and that's the eye. So it's like coming out of the mouth. Oh my god. I've just realized what that means. Like, what's happening? I still think she's very cute. I still think she's cute as fuck. I adore her. Anyway. Some other ideas that came from other people was Vulcan's skull replacements who become a seagull and manatee rangers. Diplomats from the above lands. I don't know if this will happen, but it's so funny. I thought I had to have him up there. But yeah, so that's Vulcan's skull possible replacements. I don't know, we'll see. Yes, and then it was really interesting because we started talking about the different kingdoms. So let's talk about them a bit more. Back with this picture again, where all the different countries have their, like, king. In this show, not every kingdom is, like, not every fighter is their king, if that makes sense. Here, it would be, like, more each monarch or each kingdom will have a warrior and a monarch, if that makes sense. So these are things that we came up together. So here for the Gold Ranger, Gold would either be really senile or like an edgy teen leaning towards teen, because I think it would be funny if the houses are like obviously trying to influence them and they're just like, ugh, whatever. I think it'd be really interesting. I'd have to find out what kind of kingdom they would be, but I could see it being like edgy teen, kind of like Froster in She-Ra before they became nice. Then Reds would be like comically pompous and incompetent. God, you'd think that these people would be like really helpful, but nah. But I think with Reds, there's someone underneath him who is like actually the person running things. Because if they're like incompetent, then it helps. However, I have described... I don't know. We'll have to work into that. Sipping his banana daiquiri whilst his family are squabbling over who the heir of the kingdom throne will be. Yeah, it'll be funny. White being the leader of the team, their monarch or kingdom situation would be like extremely cold and calculating. I think it'd be the mother. If the father or the mentor character was taken, White's family would be very like controlling in a way and calculating and cold. But I do see Pacifica, the White Ranger, as the daughter of, or daughter and son/daughter of the monarchs. Like, she will be the princess in a way, kind of thing. After the previous White Ranger died, they sort of stepped in as Pacifica's parent figure. They're always telling her about her royal duty, where her royal duties lie within the kingdom, which I still think is very possible. With the Black Ranger, there will be no monarch because they thought that the Black Kingdom was died, basically. So there won't be a monarch or a kingdom or anything there, or really a kingdom. It would just be them. It would just be them. With Orange, Orange is the monarch, but it's like their put together kingdom. So for them, they will be the monarch, which I think is still very interesting for that. Would it help if I put out all the slides so you guys can look through the notes and stuff? That'd probably help, wouldn't it? I'll make sure to do that after stream. Green and purple, I'm not too sure what to do for them yet. Because purple is the traveler, the person who, the character who travels a lot. So I'm sure... Would Purple's kingdom be like a traveling kingdom? I don't know. A traveling trades. Oh my god, what if they're like a family of traders? But they're like really rich from trading. Wait. How far do stingrays travel? It's a very weird question. Do stingrays migrate? Oh, they do migrate. Okay. Interesting. So, I was in trading and distributing goods. I think that'd be really interesting. It says that they do migrate. So I think we can say that. Okay, make this a note if you can, please. Susha, I keep saying Susha. Susha's kingdom are like a trading place, and they travel, trade, and distribute goods. When they migrate, they do their usual migration. So though they travel separately, they're always like doing odd jobs and stuff around. Yes. Okay, we'll do that. That's what their thing is. So we will probably have like a trading. Wait, I'm gonna make a note of this now. God, I'm so glad we're actually writing some stuff now for these, because I think we need to. Purple's kingdom / family. Dabble in trading deals and distributing goods to different kingdoms. Doing odd jobs around too. I don't know what their kingdom will, like their leaders will be though. Due to Purple's kingdom being the trading economic hub. Maybe that's how Pacifica and Susha met. Yeah, for sure that's how they met. Okay, cool. That's how they, we don't really have any description for the thing, but they're probably like quite lovely actually. The monarch is jolly. Yeah, they're jolly and a great tradesman. Tradesman. Getting good prices for everyone. So they gotta be good with customers. Good with customers. Good with customers, but a businessman. I could have loved that. Okay. Charismatic too. Yeah. Charismatic. There we go. Okay, we got another kingdom. Okay. I don't know what to do about green though. What is green? Green is the farmer guy. Oh, okay. Green's monarch. Green's monarch is a simple farming man. Farming old soul. I don't know what else to say, but he's just kind, loving, fair. Like, he's one of the good ones. Like, though Purple may seem like a good guy, he could be very tricky. He's a businessman. He wants you to spend so much money with him. But Green's monarch is actually just lovely. Hachi Oja, yes. Hachi Oja. Yes, that's basic. Okay, make that note. Green's kingdom is like Hachi Ranger. Hachi Oja. Oh god, we need designs for them too. Oh my god, maybe I should just get rid of all the monarchs ideas and they are just the leaders of their own pack. But no, because I want them to be separate. And I want them to have that. We're kind of doing an opposite of King Oja, where King Oja's rangers are the kings, and then they have like underlings under them that they are like always interact with. We're doing the opposite of that, where there will be monarchs on top of them, and then the rangers are underneath them fighting for their name in a way. You drew White Leader a long time ago, did you? Where? When? I didn't see this. Please send it me again, because I need to know this. Do you have a picture of it? Yeah, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna see this. I need to see this. Oh, yes! Okay, actually, I'm gonna add them in now as a... Can I add? Yeah, I'm gonna add them in if I can. Okay, there we go. There we go. I actually love their outfit, so yeah, we're gonna stick with that. I would say that the reason why they're so cold is because they literally lost their husbands, so they're sad. Which makes sense. Okay. Love that. Okay, we got things sorted. Oh my god, we're going through it, guys. We're doing it. Okay. Then we're gonna do one more thing just to confirm. Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum. Very cost effective too, since they're mostly cloth and not a monster suit. Lol. True. Oh my god, it's so dead to explain. Damn. Okay, so a recap for these characters just really quickly so we can move on. Gold would either be really senile or like an edgy teen, leaning towards teen. Because I think it'd be funny if the houses are like obviously trying to influence them, but they're like, ugh, whatever. Reds would be like comically pompous and incompetent. However, there's someone under them that is more controlling. So because they don't really care what's happening. I mean, okay. We could put that onto Gold's one because they're like a little edgy or senile. But Reds is a lot more army base, or it's like Taiga's father is the army commander. Yeah, we'll stick with the senile pompous guy, and then the army commander is Taiga's father. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, next, the Black Ranger with there won't be a monarch for the Black Kingdom, and that's okay. For White, they would be extremely cold and calculating. Like I'm thinking, obviously, after the previous White Ranger died, they sort of stepped in as Pacifica's parent figure, or it is the mum lost a parent, lost their husband, and got really cold. Always talking about loyalty and such. The Green Monarchs is an old, simple farming, older soul, is kind, loving, and fair. Orange is the monarch, so it kind of takes everything on himself. I think that's a nice change for the other kingdoms. And the Purple Kingdom, the family dabble in trading deals and distributing goods to different kingdoms, doing odd jobs around too. The monarch is jolly and a great tradesman, getting good prices for everyone, good with customers, but a businessman with and is charismatic. Cool. I'm glad we've sorted that out. Now for the powers! Oh my god. Do I end stream here and just kind of hope we could come back? Maybe I'll come back tomorrow and we do the rest of the stream. Do I do that? We'll work it out. Let's finish this bit first. But let me know if we should stop and then continue tomorrow. So the pearls, the powers, how this all comes to be. We got the pearls. Each kingdom has their own way of determining the pearl wielder, which I kind of love. I love that. So these obviously don't work anymore because all the different countries are different now. But each pearl will either be one of the specific pearls to Henshin, or to Morph, sorry. And then there'll be other pearls as like power-ups and stuff. Very similar to like in Wild Force. It's kind of have that idea. How about we've really been going for 3 hours? Yeah, I'm like struggling, but it's fine. But the way that we would do it is that they would have a wrist morpher with like a clamshell that opens up and you put the pearl in and slap it closed. I really like that. I think it's really cool. Here you go again. Here's another way of doing it where the pearls become keys, possibly. There's different ways of doing it, and I kind of like each of the different keys that we have. Like, look at them. They're so cute. If I had these, I'd buy them all. Like, oh, look at the... I love the orange one. It's so pretty. Oh, I don't know. With the black pearl, unlock Jack Sparrow. I don't know, maybe. That'll be very funny though. Okay. The pearls have unique effects, abilities. The white pearl power has the ability of healing, so it's used in the team. So I think this needs to change, actually. These need to change. Because we've done the research into the abilities of all these different animals. So they should, in fact, do something a little bit different. After we found out that there's toxins and they're very poisonous. So White Ranger's power should be toxins? Like toxins? I don't know. It's hard to say. It's hard to work out. What was this one? Bring intelligence appearing enough for her. I think we need to think about this in a second. Oh, the different weapons that we have. So we have like animal versions of the swords and stuff. I think they're really, really fun. We did have a look at the Megazord, but I can't remember if someone finished that design. Did someone finish that design for the mecha? So we will have... Okay. It'll either be Neptune. What's the other version of Neptune? Opposite of Neptune. Neptune or Poseidon. Ah, that's it. Okay. So we were thinking of this being, yes, Poseidon, not Neptune. So let me quickly change that around. Yeah, Poseidon. So this mecha will be called Poseidon, or something similar to Poseidon. I can't remember what we chose for Poseidon. But I think this is what we decided last time. So the Sea Angel will be the head. And hands. I'm trying to remember what we decided. Red Tiger Shark will be the body. So tiger chest. Gold Sea Dragon will be the arms. Okay, we need something a bit more than this. Come on, give us a bit more. We could go with this. So Tiger Shark body. Sea Dragon arms. Green eel legs. Which could be funny because it could be like one leg goes up and then... Sorry, the tail goes up and the head at the bottom on the foot. That's kind of fun. Purple Stingray, wings and tail. Love that. And tail, wings and tail. Yes, okay, I like that a lot. Or we have a shark tail. I can't remember what we did for the Megazord. Did someone make a Megazord? I can't remember. Mecha. Let's have a look what people are made. Oh yeah, someone did actually make it. Oh, cool. Okay, I'm gonna add in. I do actually like it. Thank you, TGO Animation Studios. Thank you. I'm gonna put these here really quickly. I think there's things that we could definitely work with this and change it ever so slightly. It's good to see it in context though. Thank you for that. Was there any more? I know you animated it. Did you? Oh, you actually did full animation. Oh my god, you fully animated it. That's crazy. Are you okay if I add it in? I'm gonna add it in, bud. Hell yeah. I'm gonna download it. That's sick. Cool. Definitely a good place to start thinking about things like this, for sure. Once that's downloaded, I'm gonna add in. Hi, I'm just new. Hi, welcome. It's all good. Welcome in. Sorry, we put us in the middle of a setup. There we go. So TGO Animation Studio set up that. Let's watch it one more time in full motion. Yeah, I can see the legs definitely like splitting and coming in. Does that mean we need to have guardian animals that go with it? Is that how it works, or is it like they come out of the soul of the pearl? I guess we'll have to work it out. At some point, we should probably run a poll to see how we're going to make the auxiliary works function-wise. Yeah, we definitely have to work that out. But I love this little, I was gonna say sketch. This comic-like thing from Neo Biohazard of how they how it comes to be. And I'm obsessed with this idea. It would like take over, like sucking you in, and then you shoot up. So are we the actual different parts? That'd be sick. So it's like we turn into the animals, which makes sense because you are the animals. Because I was there. I was just like, is it that you are you using like guardian big guardians that we meet and using them as the mecha? No, if you actually turn into their mechas, that'd be so cool. They turn into John version of their animals. And even think about it, if we do have that connection to Poseidon, then we can use it as like it's a bit more godly, and they actually turn into them. So basically Dawn Brothers, yeah. So yeah, okay, I think that's how we do it. They do the Henshin, the thing bubbles up around them, and then they become like these big godly versions of their characters. Can we have, okay, Neo Biohazard, I know I keep on asking you of so much, and you've done so much with this project already, and I adore that from you, and I'm so grateful that you would help us with this. Is there any way that you can draw the larger version of all the animals as like the actual animals, not as their humanoids or their hydra forms, but also maybe the mecha as well? I don't want to put too much on you, but I just love this concept that you've done for the White Ranger, and I need to see like what the others look like too, because I think that's gonna be sick. So the eel will be similar to Snake Sword from Mega's Force. Was basically the... Oh, let me check this. I'm intrigued by this now. What is it? Mega Force Power Ranger Mecha. snake. Snackle. Ah, I see. Yeah. Ah. Yeah, basically. But it'll be like the whole leg. So like, where's the picture again? So yeah. It will most likely be... There's a specific way I'm gonna see this. You know... Okay. Neo, I'm gonna send you some pictures to make it easier for you. Mega Zord. Geki Ranger. Take the Taiga element of the Geki Ranger or the Jungle Fury mecha. I'm gonna put them in here into the mecha chat. So take the body of that, and then give it a tail. Give it a shark tail. Don't even know if there is one. Oh my god. No, don't do that. Go back. I'm trying to like help in a way that won't be too destructive. But like, what's a mecha that has a tail that actually comes out the bat? I guess the MMPR Dragon Zord. Dragon Zord. Do mechas not have tails normally? Power Ranger Monster Shark. Oh god, I'm looking up the sharks. None of it has a tail. What is this? I want a tail. Is that so hard to ask for? Tail. God. My searches are crazy at this point because they're like monster form, fire candle. Okay, but yeah, so it's that body, and then kind of like the rest. I'll come up with more when I get closer to the idea. But I want that body specifically. I hope that makes sense. Geki Toja, yeah, Geki Toja, basically. You immediately know what I mean. Yeah, so use like the top of the legs and the torso, and then add like a tail to it. So we do have that red Geki Ranger kind of like look in the middle. I don't even know how to suggest the rest. Do Power Ranger Mecha Wings. Mecha Wing. I'm very specific when it comes to wings. There's only a couple wings I actually like. But that means we can fly. And also, oh my god, you know how we were saying how the electric eel can jump out of water? When it has like, when it's out of water, it can jump really high. It's the legs. Of course it would be the jumping part. Oh my god, that makes so much sense. Oh my god, guys. Oh my god. It's all going into place. It all works out in the end. It's almost like we planned it from the very beginning. I'm trying to find a Gojuja wing thing. I don't know. I wonder if the stingray's tail should disconnect and become a sword. Oh, for sure. I think a stingray tail should be a sword. A cool sword, though. It can't just be a boring sword. It has to be a cool sword. Maybe the wings is a shield instead of wings. Ah, there's work. There's stuff there. One of Poseidon's attacks should be a rider kick to represent the jumping out of water thing. Oh my god, yeah. Fuck it. Let's do it. Anyway. There was also 2 other mechas that we could look at. Which will be the Scylla Megazord form, which is the 6th and 7th Ranger mecha. So it will start off with this kind of inspiration. So it'll be, is it Salacia? Let me try and remember what the story for Salacia was. There was a reason why I said that. Salacia. Was that Poseidon? I can't remember. Oh, okay. This idea goes a bit out a bit now. So the original idea was to have Salacia Megazord, and it would be called Salacia. It would be a female Zord that the pufferfish, that Khalid and Nautilus would use. So it'd be pufferfish, octopus themed, as well as like this evil villain kind of female vibe. However, Salacia is the Roman goddess of the sea, and her consort was Neptune. And if we're going for the Poseidon thing, Neptune doesn't work anymore. But Salacia goddess version with Poseidon. Let me see if there is a Poseidon version. So there's a Roman or Neptune. Oh, wait. There is another version in the... So, Salacia and Neptune are Roman gods. However, Poseidon is Greek. Let me have a look. Poseidon are figures from Greek mythology, where Poseidon is the sea god, and I don't even know how you say that. Was one of the sea nymphs who Poseidon chose to be his bride after a dolphin retrieved. Okay, so it does work. It's just the name's a little bit different. Okay, so it's not Salacia anymore. It's that. How do you even say that name? I'm gonna go to translate and see if they can type that in.
Amphitrite.
Amphitrite. Okay, Amphitrite will be this. Okay, there we go, yeah. So the 5th and 6th and 7th Rangers mecha is Amphitrite, which is a Megazord with dolphin elements, pufferfish, and octopus. There you go. We've worked it out. Someone mentioned Metal Alice, which is this here, and I actually love that. So it's like, yeah, I think that'd be really, really cool. But it's kind of like this is the Scylla version, which is like a evil Greek monster, because it will be like the villains of the group, and then once they become part of the team, we'll go to the dolphins here to be like a bit more good, I guess. I don't know. Let me have a look. Out of female enemies, you choose Metal Alice from Megazord for the picture. It's because I really liked the concept of this character, and someone already mentioned Metal Alice. Someone mentioned Metal Alice for it, and I was just like, oh, that's interesting. I kind of like that. So it was someone else that mentioned it here. DJ actually mentioned it. The bit here was from me. Okay. Auxiliary Zords that people came up with as we go. That's funny. And then Butterscotch made this. Wait, I'm gonna turn off the music. We got a fucking theme song, guys. Butterscotch is so talented. If you can hear me. I just really like that, so thank you to Butterscotch for that. We even have it like here. I think this is a longer version. Going on the Aqua I just think it's so sick that we got some music already. So thank you to Butterscotch for... there's lines here. That's really, really cool. But we'll come back to that another day. And this was a logo we got from Hobie from Gear, which we are really happy about. So thank you for that. The next thing I would touch on is the villains, but it's already like 1 o'clock my time. So what I'm gonna say is that maybe we'll do this another day. We'll come back tomorrow and do part 2 where we talk about the villains. But guys, we did so much there. Oh my god. Thank you so much for sticking around and watching as we go through everything here. So thank you so much. I wasn't sure, to be honest, as I said before, I was expecting us to literally go through this really, really quickly. Just go through what we've done before and just love that we've done it. But no, we really went into more detail. We really looked at everything, took notes and made more character choices, which I'm really happy we did that. So thank you so much for taking charge on those notes as well, Hikari. I really appreciate that. And just what a vibe. I really enjoyed it. So thank you so much. And it's crazy. But thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys are still as involved and intrigued and wanting to just be involved in this. And I hope you guys are excited to see where this comes from. I don't know what we're going to do with this. I have no idea. I genuinely have no idea what is going to end up happening to Aqua Force. Genuinely, I'm just excited that we're talking about it again. Love this show. Love that we created it. Thank you so much for your help. I appreciate it. And hopefully next time we'll get more into the details. But yeah. Well, I guess I should go to end. But anyway, thank you so much everybody for joining today's stream. We are gonna head off for now. I'm gonna go to bed. It's late for me. But thank you so much again for watching. We'll come back and do it proper next time. Probably tomorrow. But yeah, thanks again for all the work you guys have done. I'll share the stream and the presentation to you guys in a bit. If you haven't joined yet, join the Discord and then you'll be able to help and join in with the planning. I'm just really excited for all the information we just came up with. It just makes sense. Ah, yes. Okay, cool. Now, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.